Welcome back to episode 15 of the Silhouettes Podcast. Today we got two guests. We got our boy Dominic and we got Avery here, both on the podcast. And y'all could, introduce yourselves.
Hello. My name is Dominic. As said.
That was lame as shit.
Hello, y'all. My name is Avery. I'm Laney's older brother. I come here from Denton, Texas. Probably just be here for like 30 minutes, but excited to see what y'all are doing.
That's also kind of lame as shit.
I know it is, Laney. I'm doing this on the fly. I didn't know that I was going to be here until about 2 hours ago, so get off my ass, bro.
This is the wee bot. I will be here in spirit.
These are perfect introductions.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Beautiful.
I think the spiciest one was Louis, and that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Now then.
What do you mean?
I got some big news, yo.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This Friday's my birthday, man.
Oh, yeah. He's going to
turn. You're going to be an old man.
I'm going to be 19, dog.
Be old boy.
Old ass person,
I know,
bro.
Man. I'm going to be looking good. Tall, dark, brooding.
I don't think you're
I just described Batman, but that's essentially who I am now.
You're not Batman.
You're right, I still have parents.
What you just said might be one of the most inaccurate statements I've heard in my entire life.
Untrue. But yeah, I'm going out to eat on my birthday.
Oh, yeah?
With who?
What do you mean, with my family?
But I thought you were Batman.
Well, you can't bring a couple corpses to the dinner?
Whoa.
No.
I think I might be upset.
I don't.
What do you mean?
You can if you want to, bro.
Batman can do whatever the hell he wants, man. He's Batman, right? Who's gonna check him?
Me.
Whoop his ass. What, Dom who just said that?
He is.
Yeah,
you're gonna run the fade with Batman?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick Batman's ass.
Dude, you don't even come with like his kneecaps, bro.
Exactly, that's the point.
Batman beats short people up all the time, bro.
Nuh-uh.
What do you mean, nuh-uh?
Bro,
Dom's
the
different.
only sword nigga he's going against is
The
penguin.
And the flying murder doll. Mad Hatter.
The penguin was short.
Is Mad Hatter short?
I don't remember the penguin being short.
Listen, the
Nah, the penguin's a
cartoon.
little midget, dude.
I guess.
At least in
Wasn't the
Lego
penguin
Batman.
like
Of course
massive
his name's
Batman.
goddamn Penguin.
Bro.
He wasn't a midget, though.
He was so tiny.
I just think you're...
If I look up the penguin's height and he's under 4 foot, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I think you're a dwarfist.
Yeah, he's just being ableist.
You're
not even
being ableist, bro.
Nah, dude, that
You
is...
gotta calm
You're
down.
saying ableist? Are you saying that being a dwarf is
Bro, you're gonna get canceled already, bro.
Because they're short.
I mean, being a midget, yeah?
They can't reach the
Okay.
top
I'd say it's a
fucking shelf.
disability.
Are you looking it up?
I mean, you were born with it, no?
The penguin is...
7 foot.
He's taller than Batman.
I think he's like 4 foot something.
Maybe he
No,
was
it's not
taller
too
than
short.
Batman before he got that fucking hunchback, bro. Who knows?
Never mind, bro. Penguin's 5'2".
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
I think that penguin's taller than Kevin Hart.
Yo.
Oh my god. And you were calling the penguin a midget. This is so rude. Just because he's a penguin?
Sorry,
Kevin Hart was
Disrespect.
5'4", though.
Nobody knows Kevin Hart's real height, dude. It says it's between 5'2" and 5'4".
Oh. Well,
Kevin Hart's not real.
say he's
What?
Kevin Hart's not real anymore.
Was he removed from the canon?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The canon of the world, man.
yeah,
Kevin
the
Hart got
canon's
deleted.
different.
The
Well,
world canon.
You can't delete Kevin Hart, bro, because then that removed.
Do you know how many characters get
Bro,
deleted
it's
every
the-
day?
That's fucked
Bro,
up.
we're on a whole
God
different line
damn.
now, bro. Like,
Dude,
Kevin's in the other version.
we got like, what do we have? Schmevin Fart.
Yeah. We had Schmevin Fart.
Bro, come on, we all know
Man,
we're in a different
we're off
timeline.
track,
Oh,
dog. Alright.
Dude, this is on track.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go on.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Sorry,
What was I
Batman.
going to say?
Birthday.
I'm talking about your
Going out to eat.
birthday.
Oh yeah, I got some good news, but first I'm supposed some bad news because that's all I'm doing on my birthday.
Uh-oh.
My birthday's a moron. But as you may have noticed, I am
Alright.
invisible in Discord.
Yeah.
I am avoiding
Yes,
someone.
I have noticed.
So go
Uh-oh.
on. Explain.
All right. So the best way to put this is, you remember how you and Lou would act on Overwatch competitive games?
Well, in what
In
way?
the toxic way to your teammates.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember that?
But,
Imagine
like,
that, but in an
joking
unrated
manner.
match of Valorant.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Do you not remember?
I wasn't really
Dom's
toxic.
dodging.
Dom is
It's okay.
dodging.
You're not
We
toxic
know-
anymore,
we know-
but
you
you were.
were toxic, bro. Just admit it.
Bro, listen, when the healers didn't heal, I don't see how this
Alright,
is my
first
fault.
of all, Zach didn't even play a healer. He played a tank. Second of all, I was
Yeah,
healing your
yeah,
dog
yeah,
ass.
bro.
But that's besides the point.
You're not healing. Anyways. How do you become toxic in an
That's a
unrated
good
Valorant
fucking
match?
question.
I don't
Alright,
get this. How
basically,
did this
Man,
happen?
you know, we're goofing around, right? It's unrated Valorant. We're just trying to have fun. Dude's over here getting pissy. He doesn't just say when he's doing shit. And he also...
Wait, before this continues, is this someone you know? Oh dear lord. Anyway,
Nah, he's a dickhead, but it's fine.
continue.
Anyways, yeah, so, you know, he was just kind of an asshole. And, he also said I was too stupid to play Viper. You don't do that.
Yeah,
What? Why do you play with this guy?
I don't!
that's the point. That's
So
the
I
point.
stopped playing with him, and we made a whole new server to avoid this one dude, right? And then, one
Uh-huh.
day, as in last Friday, this man sends a
Oh,
message
God.
in the old server. Valorant? And we're all already playing Valorant, so he can see us, because there's no way to hide yourself on the damn game. So he sees we're in a party of 4. And then everybody's
Bro, you should've
all
invited
like,
me.
well, what do we do? And they're like, oh, let's just say nothing, you know? It's just, and I was like, dude, we should at least tell him why we're not playing with him, right? I feel like that's a good thing to do, right? Because like if he finds out on his own, then wouldn't it be worse?
Sometimes it's better to find out on your own. You know, it's like reflecting. You realize your own actions led you to this instead of having to have somebody else tell you, you know?
But then again, not everybody is going to come to that realization on their own, so maybe it's better to be direct and communicate with them.
No matter what was better, it went
True.
bad because I had the wrong people tell them. So,
So what do you mean?
Well,
alright, so you know
what
Josh.
happened?
Zach.
Yeah.
Alright.
Which Josh?
Josh
Oh, never
does
mind.
not know how to word things. And so, let's just say he essentially started accidentally shit talking the dude.
Oh,
So,
How do you accidentally shit talk someone? Explain. What?
let me look.
What?
You know, just how you say, the way you describe how they act. Because I said it simple. They should just, I was like, dude, some people, you know, people think you're a bit excessive, and it makes them uncomfortable. That's all I said. Alright. Then Josh comes in here, you're irrational, rude,
fighting words.
fighting words.
yeah, I kind of want to.
Oh no. That man.
Between you and
That man's speaking mad facts, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Man is irrational and rude.
Let me find it.
I mean, from the way that you said it, this man, he needs to be told how it
Well,
is.
he said it straight, but you know, you could word things in a less direct manner to let it hit not as hard, right?
I don't know. Me and
What?
Josh sound like we're on the
See what?
same page
the
here.
text.
Yeah. Hey, we just
I
moved the
can see
table.
which
That's
one
not
it is.
Zach's not gonna be happy with that one.
Oh, my bad, my
Yeah, I'm
bad.
gonna edit out some rumbles.
Which one is him?
The Bible thump.
Sorry, I'm reading it again. It's not that bad. What?
Which one is him?
This is which one is who?
Oh, I mean, which one's the?
This is Josh.
Oh, okay. So that's the. one I'm talking about.
Akaz. I don't know how to pronounce his.
Akazux.
Akazux is the dude.
Mhm.
Basically, all right. And I was trying to tell because there was a big a big discussion between all of us that day, like what she would do, and they tried to delete the server and be like, we should play with him. And I'm all like, dude, because he gave this fucking sob-ass story where he was all like, dude, I just want to come home and relax and play Valorant, alright? Is it fair to have everyone else not be relaxed so you can be relaxed?
Well, the thing is, like, he's not relaxed.
I know, right?
If you're raging and complaining to your friends / teammates about issues that, first of all, it's not even comp, so why does it matter? Second of all, it's supposed to be just for fun. Like, especially when you're playing with friends and stuff, you're supposed to just be playing for fun, at least in my opinion. If you're playing by yourself, yeah, some people get mad and they rage, and it'd be like that. But, like, if you're in a group of people and shit, you should just play for fun. And he's over here saying, well, I just want to get on and have fun. But, like, you're making everyone else just not have fun. And that is not fair, and it is very annoying because I had such a similar situation with some people. And it's like, bruh, what do you want me to do? Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't know. In that situation, either I just leave or I just, don't deal with them anymore. You just kick them.
People forget that the whole point of a video game is to have fun. Like, that's the first and foremost thing, right? We're not going to esports here, okay? Alright. Even in competitive, exactly. I don't take it too seriously.
Like, I don't mean to be rude, but you're only bronze, right? What rank is he? Like, bronze, silver, maybe?
Speaking of that,
he's not going anywhere far.
How much of an asshole he is. He got pissed off. Yeah. There's another we play with. His name is Nick. Not the Nick that we know. Mm-hmm. Ranked higher than he did. Okay. And he fucking was all like, I'm pissed off that he's a higher rank than me. He shouldn't be that rank. Even though this dude, Nick, is kind of cracked.
How old is this guy?
Same age as me. He's fucking...
Bro, he sounds like a fucking man-child, complaining about the smallest things that doesn't matter. Like, I mean, me and Louie always joke about how Cuz got a higher ranking than us.
Yeah, but didn't he lose
like every fucking joke? Yeah, but it's a joke. Like, it's whatever. Like, at the end of the day, me and Louie became higher ranks than him. Anyway,
okay.
It didn't matter.
I mean, it's the facts.
That's untrue, Zach. You're the best at Rocket League. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen.
You don't have to lie.
I'm not lying.
You don't have to lie.
He's scored his own goal so many times. It's insane.
Dude,
bro, I tried to do Rocket. Holy shit! The shots fired out of nowhere. Zach thought he was protected, and then he got shot right in the back.
Anyways,
that sounds crazy.
They went back to him. I didn't. So now there's two servers, and they play with him. I can't play with him. Because the next time I play with him, I'm probably going to fucking cuss him out.
Yeah, I mean, you have every right to. I had a similar situation in the front group that I'm in right now, but it went for the better than for the worse, like yours kind of did. We had this one girl.
Was she hot?
Who used to date one of our friends, but then they ended up breaking up. But everything was good. But another dude who they knew ended up getting with her. And, like, I don't know, they were just kind of assholes to the previous guy that she was with. And they would do it, like, passively. Like, passive-aggressive asshole stuff. And so we were like...
That's the worst shit. Is that
we were like,
shit.
Hey, bro, you need to, like, stop. Or, you're not gonna be in this Discord server anymore. And they try to do all this sad shit, and it was really funny because it just didn't work. And we had a voting system, and out of I think like 10 people, only 2 voted for them to stay. So they then got kicked, and that was the end of it. It was like, you're making a bunch of people in the server uncomfortable and just not want you around, so you're gonna go bye.
Yeah. If we did that in a D&D game, we kicked this dude out. Oh my god. Alright.
Uh-oh.
First of all,
Every time you start a sentence with
Well,
"Oh my god,"
because
I get like,
D&D,
"Oh god."
everybody gets their turn to talk, right? And so not only does he fucking interrupt, but then he interrupts with a goddamn out-of-date joke. There were literal like consecutive times in the same session where he would come in and just say "Among Us,"
Nice.
and then he'd play a stupid ass video while we're doing a D&D session and stuff is happening. And he also had noise suppression off. So guess what you heard 24/7?
Was he one of those?
You heard him breathing.
Was he one of those fucker? Oh, I thought you were gonna say he was one of those fuckers who, when it wasn't his turn, he just fucking got on his phone and started watching videos.
He had fucking Starbound open, and he would be playing Starbound for the entire fucking session.
This dude.
And so there'd be times when be
like, why are you even there at that point? Like, clearly you're not immersed in the game. You don't want to do anything. You're like just there to be there, and that's just not, like, in my opinion, I wouldn't do that. That's not fun. How is that fun? Like, you're just there to be there?
you're just there to drag everything down.
Boring.
They're fucking anchors.
I mean, yeah, there are people who love to just be assholes, so maybe he's one of those people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. A lot of people just get a kick out of fucking other people's days up.
For real.
It's kind of
it's crazy.
Sad thing.
I don't understand the enjoyment out of
that. Speaking of fuck shit, I was being a responsible old person, and I was watching the news in the morning because I was bored. And apparently, this 19-year-old, I think, got his car hit by another dude, and the guy who hit the car got out of his car and shot him.
What the fuck?
To death. That guy is dead now.
Hold on, could you repeat that?
What?
The 19-year-old is dead?
The guy who hit the guy's car got out of his car and shot the guy who he hit.
That don't even make sense,
What the fuck?
And blamed him for him hitting his car. I was just like, damn, bro. People are getting mad crazy nowadays. Driving kind of scary now. People just whip out guns on you like a bunch of psychopaths. It's like, bro, we don't live in the fucking Middle Ages. We don't need to go around shooting each other like crazy people. Like, God.
That's nuts.
See, you know, they say we don't live in the Middle Ages, but you know we technically still have illegal duels. Have you heard of mutual combat?
What?
So in some, I don't know if it's cities or states. I think it's states, but some states have a law called mutual combat where two people can consent to a fight. And recently, someone died after commencing mutual combat, and because they did that, the man he wasn't charged with murder because of it.
Because it was agreed upon before they started fighting?
Yeah, they agreed upon, they consented to the fight. I don't know how it got them dying.
God damn.
That's insane.
That is.
Mutual combat. That sounds like a fucking like game mode from something.
Yeah. Mutual combat.
That is, I'm sorry, that just sounds stupid.
It does, bro.
That's a thing still.
There are a lot of things that's a thing still.
Bro, speaking about laws, bro, we have so many out-of-date laws.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Texas itself is out of date.
Oh, wow, that's what I'm saying, bro. I be living here. Some of the laws don't make no goddamn sense.
Oh, Texas is trash.
I can say that, bro. I'm technically a Texan. I can tell you, y'all trash.
Technically, you lived in
I
Texas
live
for
in
like
Texas
15
right
years.
now. It is trash, bro.
So do I. It is not good.
Bad.
Our governor is dog
Governor's
shit.
dog shit. Greg Abbott's a fucking dumbass. And a piece of shit.
I mean, the fact that I had to live the entire summer worried that we would lose power again. Y'all know how Dom, you probably know this, but the ERCOT was, the whole summer they had us, I don't know if you do this, Laney, but we were under, like, guidelines for how much to set our thermostats at in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Degrees at night.
Well, you
78
had to have it at
degrees one day.
80 degrees at night?
It was supposed to be. That's what they recommended. I didn't fucking do it because
Not a lot of people did it. Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
some people, and here's something really interesting. You know how a lot of people have new smart thermostats, like the Google Nest or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one of
Yeah.
those.
Apparently,
Yeah.
if you, I guess, have your privacy settings set up a certain way, or like if you you know how you have to read the license agreement or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain permissions that allows them to just automatically set those smart thermostats to 82.
Yo.
Which is kind of weird to think about it. That people
That's
have
crazy.
that much control.
Those
Like at work, at my job, we have one of them, and every night it automatically sets itself to 82. And we're working in a kitchen, and it's already hot as fuck, so I have to go back in there and like switch it down like every 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
It's fucking trash, bro.
Yeah, one of those that wasn't bad for me specifically because in my room I don't even have a fan or AC.
Damn.
Or well, I mean I don't have a ceiling fan or AC, so I just have I have like my own personal fan that I just have on me, and I use it. It's pretty strong, so it's good.
Oh, good shit.
So the whole AC thing wasn't that bad for me, but for you it does not sound fun.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, it's just weird to think that the same thing could have possibly happened just a few months after what happened back in February, with when we all lost power and had the rolling blackouts for like what, a week or two.
Oh my god, I loved that. I was one of the ones that were not lucky, and they said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have rolling blackouts." We didn't have power for fucking 5 days.
Damn.
It was freezing in my house.
Yeah.
Bro, like,
We at least had the.
I think it was
blackouts,
40 degrees in the
but
home.
We lost water for like a week and a half because the people who lived above us in my apartment forgot to leave their faucets on, so the pipes froze over. So we had no power. We had at least power for like every 30 minutes or so. Like it would go back on for 30 minutes and be off for like an hour. Be off for like an hour and a half. But we had no water for about 10 days straight. We had to go outside and use buckets and collect the snow and use that for water.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro,
I know that,
we didn't
I know
have
if
water.
there's anybody listening who lives up in the north, that ain't shit. But if you're down in Texas and you're not used to this kind of shit, it
Yeah.
can fuck you over.
I didn't have water for 1 day, and we could not handle that. And so we did some risky shit. And we cut connections with other pipes, so like the showers and stuff, we cut it out. We only had the connection to the water in our kitchen. And we heated up the pipes so that the ice in the pipes would melt and the water would go through. And then we kept it going on because we didn't know it was going to freeze. So we didn't keep it on before. And so we heated up the pipes and fixed it ourselves. That was a thing.
Yeah. But all that to say, Texas is trash.
Yeah, that's insane. No water for 10 days. Jeez.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be like that again.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because nothing's changed.
Like
Our pipes have not changed.
What's stopping the same thing from happening next year?
Global climate is still just turning the
Bro.
shit. So I mean,
The whole South is getting so cold. Texas, dude, last week we hit a 40. That's not normal for Texas. We
nah,
went
dude, climate change
46.
isn't real, bro. It's not a thing that happens,
It's
dude.
fake.
I don't know.
It's made
I
up.
don't know what to tell you.
You're right.
Don't you listen
these
to
weird-
fucking what's his name, Alex Jones? Be in the know.
Yeah, all those gay frogs. That was real, bro. That was real.
For real.
Yeah.
But like it's it's ridiculous though.
Shit got a bit messed up, but hey, you want to know something
Uh-oh.
hella cool?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not really.
this one didn't start
Some
with
more
a bad
games got
end.
some more
Oh,
games
never
got
mind.
delayed.
Oh, let's go. What
How
game?
was this cool?
Oh, Dom, remember how we wanted to play Elden Ring together? It got
No.
delayed. It's only by a month. It's coming out in February now. That got
Still a whole
delayed.
month.
You know, like I said,
February? Who knows if I'll have power in February?
Genuine concern, Laney. Why not power, bro?
there are some games that need to get delayed.
Yeah. What was that one game that the people were telling them to delay it?
Cyberpunk.
I forgot what game it was.
Did they tell?
No, it wasn't
I don't know.
Battlefield.
Cyberpunk was the game everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it's Battlefield."
Battlefield
People were saying
needs to be
Battlefield
delayed.
needs to get delayed.
Yeah.
2040.
2042 sucks ass.
Like, they're saying that it needs to be
And
worked
from
on
what
a
I
lot
heard,
more.
The build, because they said that beta build that they gave us now was old, and they've been digging some stuff up, and it looks like that's actually not as old as they said it was. Because they said that build
Really, they're lying.
sounds like it. But I mean, you played the game, and I found out why. Not only did the recoil suck dick, but guess what, Zach? Hit detection is fucked.
Oh,
So
really?
basically, you're shooting somebody, and whether or not your bullets hit them is on a fucking randomizer. You could be dead on them, and you won't get any hit marker. And they also took out points. By the way, I didn't even notice that there are no points in Battlefield 2042. So every kill you get, every point you capture, gives you nothing.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Oh,
So fucking dumb.
like you mean there's no?
Remember in like Battlefield
point.
1, right? We'd get points. You could summon shit as a squad. There's no scoreboard either. I didn't even notice that. There's no scoreboard.
It's not a scoreboard.
There's no scoreboard.
That's what I was
And-
wondering. I was like, what do you mean there's no points? So how do you play
You
the
just
game?
shoot people,
What's the
and I
point
guess
of
you
the game?
you just get rid of their lives now. That's the whole point. It's just conquest. It's just advanced team deathmatch.
It's just bullshit, man.
Also,
So you're telling me there's no scoreboard, there's no score, there's nothing, there's just a live?
yeah, it's just the classic lives that
So
go.
you're telling me you're playing COD?
Yeah, except I guess
Pretty
technically
much.
your life's still drained if you take points. Also,
So does it work like Pac-Man or some shit where you lose life? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't fucking know. It's insane. And you can't customize your guns unless you're in the game. You can't
Hey,
customize.
that shit was
You have
stupid.
to. You have to spawn in to customize your gun in your class.
That's like if I was playing Need for Speed and I could only customize the car while I was in the middle of a race. That sounds
So changing the fucking tires and shit.
And there's no skin differentiation between both opposite teams because they have the operator system, so you can't even see who's on the enemy team. Everyone looks the same.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny. I bet they sat down and said, "Man, yo, what's never been done? Changing your gun in game. Yeah, but they could just do it in the lobby. Nah, what if we just
I love how they.
No, they can't.
I
They don't
love how they
have
had
that
a good
option
idea.
anymore.
Like you can change your customization on the fly, but now you can only customize on the fly.
Sick, bro.
Yeah, see, that wouldn't be a problem if they added it in addition to being able to customize it in the lobby.
Yeah, it should just be an addition.
And-
Lobby customizations
And,
still exist. Like I don't understand where the thought process went there,
So,
buddy.
so you know how in all Battlefields you change, or just in any shooter ever made, when you add an attachment, it shows you a green bar for what's going up and a red bar for what's going down.
Yes.
They don't have that in Battlefield 2042.
What do you
You
mean?
just don't know.
The icons for picking shit up is about the size of a fucking atom. It's so tiny to see a button to pick up a gun or revive somebody, and reviving's broken, so you will guaranteed get their gun first before you revive them. And you'll keep picking up your gun and then their gun before you revive them.
Who designed this? A bunch of fucking 4-year-olds?
It's fun fact. The people who are making 2042 is the biggest team to have ever worked on a Battlefield. And they fucked up ladder animations.
Well, I don't know who the
Let's
fuck
go.
they got in that team.
What?
And I did
It doesn't
some
matter if it's the
Yo.
biggest team if it's a bunch of fucking idiots, because obviously it is.
I did some more digging and I started watching gameplay, right? So the map that they have in the beta is considered a medium-sized map. It's fucking huge, I'll admit it, right? And there's 128 players. And yet still, the map is so big and everything's so spread out that it
128?
takes like 6 minutes to meet somebody.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. 128 people, a map. That's like playing a fucking
And
battle royale,
I talked
bro.
about this in the fucking beta, in the fucking PlayStation version, PS4 and Xbox One, right? On those versions, the map is even smaller because it can't handle it. So you, no matter what, if you're buying a last gen Battlefield, you're getting a worse product for the same price.
Yep.
And,
And PS5 and PS4 can't play together.
Oh yeah, and
And at that
PS5 and
point-
PS4 cannot play together.
And plus, at this point, good luck getting a fucking PS5 because last time I checked, them bitches are still sold out. So
Hey, good luck to all you Black Friday shoppers.
Oh, dude, somebody's gonna get shot this Black
Someone's
Friday.
gonna get killed.
Somebody's gonna get
so
Couple people.
many people.
Mutual
So
combat over
many
the
people
PS5.
are gonna die for a PS4. I'm not shitting you. Because last Black Friday, you had crazy shit like that, where this guy went to his fucking... He went to go put shit in his trunk, and this group of people came up to him and just gunned him down and took his shit.
What the fuck? Where was this?
What?
I don't remember exactly where it was. It was a story on the news, though.
Damn.
Some guy got fucking shot during Black Friday shopping. He went to go to his trunk because he was shopping alone. He went to his trunk to go put his shit up. Some guy held him at gunpoint. He gave him his stuff, and then he shot him.
Black Friday is like fucking Mad Max.
Yeah.
You either roll out with your fucking armored car and machine guns and shit.
People are crazy.
People are insane.
I wouldn't doubt people like slip knives in there and shit.
Honestly,
They're like, give me that shit or I'm gonna stab you. And then you're like, okay, I'm sorry.
I know that there are probably some people who
fucking
just go and hang
stab
out
me.
at like a Walmart or the Best Buy, just waiting for people who are vulnerable and taking their
Yeah.
shit. Or then you go inside and it's like you seeing fucking just straight up just balls happening over like
That's crazy.
a TV that you could probably just get a few days later for Cyber Monday anyway. It's like, why do y'all
Yeah,
not
bro.
have that
That's what
common
I'm
sense?
saying. I swear, that's why Cyber Monday was made, bro. They were like, yo, people are fucking dying.
Yeah, but Cyber Monday is so much better.
I think there was like a horrific one where this one kid went to go Black Friday shopping, but he got trampled on and died.
Jesus. How old was he?
And it's like, I think he was like 7, 8.
Wow.
I think he was young,
That's insane.
and they just didn't give a fuck. They just kept stepping on him
Jeez.
because they were fighting for shit. It's like, bro, are you a fucking animal?
That's a
Like,
little kid.
what is wrong with you?
They're all animals, bro.
Is your flat screen TV really that important to you that you would kill a 7-year-old?
Dom, you don't understand it. It's 37% off, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, bro. I'm getting these fucking pair of $50 shoes, bro. Fuck that little fucking old lady and her fucking grandkids. Oh, I gotta get that fucking deal.
We gotta get the new shoes, man.
Dude, I'm so hyped for Cyber Monday though. I'm gonna get some PC upgrades on this bitch.
Shit, dude,
hell
I'll
yeah.
actually have money for Cyber Monday.
I will as well.
Oh,
I am gonna spend a good amount of money soon though.
maybe I'll pick up. Bro, I might have to pick up an SSD card for my Switch.
Oh, bro, I've given up on this. Dude, I hate Nintendo so fucking much.
What
What
happened?
happened?
They're such a shitty company.
I mean, it is a shitty company. That's a fact.
Yeah, they do some.
They're so annoying. Oh my god.
I don't know.
Just everything about Nintendo is so fucking annoying. Bro, you could play a 1-second clip of their music and you get fucking
You're
DLC
gone.
Oh, yeah.
up the ass.
Dude, I remember when there was that period on YouTube where you couldn't play anything of Pokemon, even if it was a fan game. That shit got taken. They
Bro,
said
did you hear they got rid of Pixelmon?
no. Wait, what?
What?
Pixelmon don't exist. Like, the mod still exists, but they can't grow off it anymore. Like, they can't add any new Pokemon or anything like that. Or they'll get taken
So they
to
have
court.
they have to cease
Wow.
work on it.
Yeah.
Yep. Because fucking Nintendo's all like, you can't do that. You can't make a mod, bro. You just can't do
And
that.
Nintendo was also
Because they're a bunch of stick up their asses.
Nintendo's also
They're like, you can't profit, bro. We already have a $7 billion trillion company,
Oh, yeah.
bro. We need more money. Like, fuck off.
they were
bro.
also shutting down all those Smash Melee tournaments a while ago.
Yeah, that shit
I don't
was
know if they
fucking
still do that.
stupid, man. I'm pretty sure that shut down. That it's retarded.
Don't doubt they do it. It's like, bro, how are you such a prick? Like, honestly,
$7
how are
trillion
you such a
ain't
prick?
enough.
Nintendo's also like behind the times on their technology, bro. The Switch was innovative, yeah,
then-
but like their online
Their
service
online
still
is
sucks
trash.
ass.
And then there's Disney, bro. Oh my god, I fucking hate
Bro,
Disney,
don't say
bro.
that. They're gonna be listening in on you.
Bro, Disney's trying to go into the anime business now.
Hey man,
They're gonna try to buy out every fucking company.
Disney, oh my god.
I'm telling you, bro. It's a battle for the monopoly soon enough, man. You got like Disney, Amazon, oh shit like that.
It's kind of funny how we have all
Bro,
these
it's just funny that, yeah, anti-monopoly
yeah,
shit, but
we still have
we don't
so
use
many
it.
monopolies.
They don't do jack shit.
It's because they get so much money off of them. They don't want to fucking get rid
especially
of
in the
them.
gaming industry. There's no NFL is owned by one company.
Yeah, you could make an NFL game, but you're not gonna get anything from it. They're not gonna. Nobody's gonna buy your football game over NFL themselves. You know,
Like EA has a monopoly on the NFL franchise because they own that shit.
not even just NFL. EA has a monopoly on all sports games.
So 2K owns NBA, and I think only 2K owns sports games as itself are a monopoly. No one can make any other sports. This is fucking licensed to one ass company. And Nintendo just lost FIFA. Not Nintendo. Fucking EA lost FIFA because FIFA wanted $1 billion for their name.
Jesus.
Kind of hate sports games now anyway.
They suck ass.
They're just...
Bro, sports
They've been
games
the
are
same
literally the.
thing
And-
since, like,
Yeah, it's the same
Sports
thing.
games
How do
fans
you
are so goddamn brain dead. It's like they
how do you buy the same game 20 times?
Not only that,
There
but
is
sometimes
no
it gets
way.
worse and has more broken things in it as it gets released.
it's hilarious though. It's real fun to look
and
at.
yet all these people will still
And-
be like, "Oh, bro, you got to do Madden, bro."
How can Madden make
No,
more money than
and-
fucking Call of Duty? And these people.
And they sit there and they're like, bro, but there's a new roster, bro. The new,
But-
Yeah,
new
that's what they do.
characters.
They have the money and the resources to make it better and make more money. But they do the bare minimum every time.
Well, it's because they don't need any more than the bare minimum. They're still gonna get their fucking. They're still breaking records every year when they release new Madden titles and new whatevers. So they don't have to put forth the effort.
With the amount of money they have, right? Hear me out.
Okay.
They could just update the game. Like,
Dude, they could just release.
you could just
They could
update
just
the first
release
one.
NFL fucking, I don't know, Super Smashers. Name it whatever the fuck you want. And you just update that game. And if you want to fucking add DLC to it and shit, right? And just stick with that game. You fucking 4 years, right? Next 4 years, right? Just do that, bro.
Yeah, they could just release a new one every 4 years or something.
Or like if they want every three, because
Bro, it's every year. It's every year. NFL 2021, NFL 2022. And for some reason, it's always 1 year ahead. It's
that's
like,
just how it is. I'm tired of fucking all these franchises that have been here for over fucking a decade and a half, dude. I am tired of Call of Duty and Assassin's
I know they
Creed
don't need their
and all the
money.
sports games. All these games that have been around since the early 2000s, and they milk this shit out year after year after year. People still buy it, man.
But even so, I feel like Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed is still a little bit more defensible than like sports games, simply because
because they're at least
have,
different.
like a career that you can play. You can at least play through a new story each time. With Madden,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing new? You're just playing football.
My
There's
super
nothing
team!
new.
My
This is like
super
I would,
team!
I would, but I mean, recently the latest Call of Duty games have all been copy and paste. They have the same menu, the same graphic engine, the same gun models. You can buy Modern Warfare, which came out 3 years ago now, and have all the guns from all the new Call of Duties. By the way,
Yeah.
there is no reason to buy any of the new Call of Duties.
Bro, and not to mention, this pisses me off. How they set up an entire zombies mode. They were like, this is gonna be the new story. Just kidding. Get fucked. It doesn't exist anymore. Now you have to play this shitty zombies mode.
Yeah, it's garbage.
These shitty
And
maps.
they're continuing that zombies mode. By the way, now there's just Treyarch zombies. There are no other alternate modes. You'll only ever get zombies in any Call of Duty game. They don't do anything original as an alternative mode now.
Oh my
So
God.
every Call of Duty from now on will have zombies. I'm already tired of zombies. I am.
Yeah.
They fuck-
Still make campaigns.
I mean, yeah, they make whatever you can call it camp. It's more than Battlefield.
Cardboard.
Battlefield 2042 won't have a campaign.
Bro,
They-
don't even remind me of Battlefield 1's and quote
Battlefield that still had
campaigns.
story stuff. Battlefield 2042 won't even have those heroes missions. They will have nothing.
Yeah,
It'll just be
Battlefield
multiplayer.
1,
Bro,
I know the
but those
campaign
hero
or
missions
whatever
were
for
ass.
Battlefield
Like,
1
I'm gonna
was
be real
really
with you.
disappointing.
I didn't really care about the Battlefield
Yeah,
1 story.
I'm gonna be real with you.
But the first mission
the-
of Battlefield 1 is still insanely good.
You mean the one where you're playing
The thing that pisses me off-
Whatever?
Yeah, where you're switching soldiers every time you die. If the
Yeah, they
entire
did good with
campaign
that.
was like that, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I wish Battlefield 1 was, like, I don't know, I wish they just updated it more. Instead of just letting go and going, alright, we're gonna make Battlefield 5
That's
now.
not how video games work now.
Like, Battlefield 1 was probably their best Battlefield that they ever made. To be honest, the maps were very fun.
Wait,
I
had shit like the Zeppelins.
I don't know if I would say it's better than Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 was pretty solid.
I got to play Battlefield 4 recently again with Zach.
Yeah, Battlefield 4
I didn't
is
really
good
like.
if you have one that's
I
not
didn't
fucking
really
broken
like
as
Battlefield
shit.
4. I didn't like Battlefield 4, to be honest. And the main reason because it's just people. I don't like. Like, I love the aesthetic of shit coming down, all that stuff. But, like, when people just sit in buildings and camp, like, that's not fun.
That's a big problem
Like,
with
that's so.
Battlefield.
That's so boring.
I
You just stand there and wait for somebody to walk to you?
I get that, but I mean, I think that's a problem for all Battlefield games, because they do that in 1, in 5. Battlefield...
Well, that's why I like 1. There's a lot of open maps in 1.
Yeah,
Where it's
Battlefield
like
4 has
open
like
field.
a lot more places that are like
That is true.
you can hide and shit, and then people just milk the fuck out of that.
There's a lot of Battlefield players I just dislike. Like, I fucking hate vehicle campers, dude, who sit in the menu and wait for a vehicle, and they just instantly pop.
They don't spawn in until a vehicle is there for them to
Because
grab.
then while they're waiting for the vehicle to respawn after they blew themselves up, now we don't have these people helping us push shit. And then...
Or you have the people who only use the planes. And it's like, bro, go play a fucking airplane game.
Oh my god. And those people who sit on the
What are you
vehicles
doing
because
here?
it's been waiting so long, they never push in with a goddamn tank when they're supposed to. Every time me and Zach played Battlefield 5, dude, we have tanks. And we lose because we need the tanks to cover us. And they're sitting in the back because they're fucking jerking off in the cockpit because they don't want to lose their fucking tank. You have a tank. You're supposed to go in there.
Oh my gosh, yes, like all the people who sit in the back and snipe with the tank.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Like,
they're doing.
bro,
Except for some
what
reason,
are
our
you
team
doing?
Can't even snipe with the damn tank because they don't even use the sniper tank. So they just sit there.
That's just lame.
I don't know. Battlefield has shitty
players.
Like,
All those
the
fucking
players in
all
Battlefield
these fucking FPS
suck.
shooters recently have shitty players.
You're like, who wants to just sit there, wait for the nearest tank? And then the people who do that are always the worst people.
They are. They're not even good with the tank.
They don't even do what they're supposed to do. I mean, I'm not trying to be like too like authoritarian. Like, obviously, yeah, you should play the game how you want to play it, but like also, and just because you're playing it the way you want to play it doesn't mean it's gonna make it fun for everybody else.
Honestly, I don't know what I would prefer better. Whether or not they just have tanks spawn out in an area and you have to walk to it. Because, I mean, it's more convenient to be able to spawn in a, like, have a tank and spawn. You can spawn in it, right? But then people just sit there and wait. Like, if a tanks had specific spawning areas for each team, do you think that would be better and easier for other people to get into the tank?
I think if it was like that, the problem wouldn't change.
You're probably right.
The only thing that would change is that they would spawn in instead of not spawning in, which wouldn't do much because they'd probably just sit there and wait for the tank to respawn.
Yeah, because it's hard to combat like people.
Shitty players.
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you make this game, you make it available for them to do all these different things, but all they want to do is sit there and get on tank. It's like,
It's like, all right, bro,
That's
you
the
have fun. You do you. But
Speaking of shitty players, I also hate, and this is people who are in fucking, like, competitive games, right? Mainly, like, stuff like Overwatch and Valorant and Smite. You and Zach might know what I'm about to say. People who start throwing the game by sitting in spawn because they get pissed off.
Oh, I have a funny story about this. Holy shit! You just
Like,
reminded
I've
me.
had people leave in Valorant in an unrated game because we didn't fucking surrender when it's a 2-round difference. Like, people there was a time in Smite where we I think it was just 1 kill. The enemy had 1 kill over us and we had 0, and the dude instantly started throwing.
No, you don't. Wait,
You were
the other one.
Which other one?
Where we were there, and he died. He said, "Wow, wow,"
You rock, cancel that, and
And keep in mind, this is all in fucking Smite casual games. Because you can't even play competitive in Smite, because Smite competitive sucks
bro,
ass.
that's why Smite is kind of a shit game, to be honest. You're gonna have a game where it's a 5 versus 5 strategy game, but you can't 5-man queue. You can only 2-man queue. How does that make the game fun?
Because, what did David say? To make it more fair? Like, for solo queuers?
That's just bullshit.
Why are you solo queuing in a competitive team-based game? Are you stupid? Or are you actually dumb?
Okay, but even though, that logic still doesn't make sense, because you can solo queue in Valorant ranked. They don't do that shit. Like, it's just a dumb concept. It doesn't help solo queuers. If anything, it just hurts your game more. You're not helping the solo queuer in any way, really. Because if he's solo queuing, you can still have 2 people who are duo queuing. He's still solo queuing.
I don't know.
He'll have no communications, nothing. He brings nothing to the table.
Dude, I just...
Because I don't even think there's Smite game chat.
Oh, you just have...
Unless there is.
You just have fucking those... Enemy missing right. Enemy missing right.
Enemy missing right.
And,
See, it's like... I don't know, Smite's kind of a shit game, too.
They actually just removed all chat from League of Legends because of toxicity.
No, really.
Good. Maybe people will stop being toxic cunts.
You know, they said something. I watched a video of people talking about it, right? And they were like, I think they should remove team chat as well. Because they're like, does anybody actually use team chat in League of Legends? And I started thinking, no one uses the chat system in League of Legends. That's why there is no chat system in Smite.
They only use the global chat.
They only use team chat to shit talk their teammates when their teammates don't get 2,000 kills.
Yeah.
They don't, because then to say when they have already in-game systems to say enemy over there or go down this lane, right? So then I'm of the opinion now that they could just remove team chat as well. It's unnecessary. But then again, people just find a new way to be toxic.
Yeah,
then
there's
they'll
always
just
a way.
do what you do. Then they'll just do what you do in Smite.
Dude, they're talking about using the ping system in League of Legends to learn Morse code to call somebody, say somebody sucks ass in Morse code.
Toxicity in video games is crazy.
Always funny stories with that though. There are some times when toxic players just make me laugh.
Oh wait! I got one. Like I was saying. So I was playing Valorant comp with 2 of my friends. His name is Brayden, and the other one's name is Logan. And we're sitting here, and it's tied. It's 12-12. And this Reyna, who is our top frag, but she's playing Reyna, tells us that we're not pushing into sites. She's the duelist who can heal herself. She's like, you guys aren't pushing into sites enough. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, he started talking mad shit, to our friend Brayden for no reason. Like, we don't even know why. And so, holy shit, he got his shit roasted by the entire team. He went silent and then wouldn't say anything, but just kept typing in chat where we are once he died. Because he was that upset. And at the end of the game, the enemy team called him dog shit. That was crazy.
Insane, man.
That shit was funny.
You know, I try to not be mad at shit players, because then I feel like I'm turning into the toxic one. But there's just some people who are so bad shit, it hurts. That like, ooh, I shouldn't say this, because it was a level 1, alright? But I have a question. Should you not have the common sense to know that to use your ult, once you pull it out, you fucking click with your mouse?
Who was he playing?
Sage.
Oh, you were there. That's right. You were there, Zach.
Yeah.
This took, like, dude 10 seconds stared at the fucking body when we're like, res. He pulls out his ult, and he's looking around like he doesn't know what to fucking do.
Come on,
and he didn't know. There was another dude who I was playing with who didn't know how to buy guns for people. And so we had to have somebody in voice chat tell him how to buy guns, and he still couldn't figure it out.
Well, when I first started playing Valorant, I didn't know how to buy guns for people, but when you go go to where you buy stuff and look to the left. That's all you have to
We
say.
really
it's
we
pretty
walked
simple.
him through, and he also only bought a stinger.
Yeah, when he had $9,000.
Oh, my favorite ones, and this is in comp as well, and why I am so happy that Jet maidens are molding right now, because apparently there's a glitch with Jet right now where her shit costs more than what it should,
Oh,
and when she dashes, she takes out her gun way slower than she should. But I have a prediction that it's not actually a bug, it's a nerf, but they don't want the Jet maids to get pissed off, so they're saying it's a bug. They're like, oh, we're gonna fix it next patch, but I think they're just testing it right now.
yeah.
But that shit's going on with jet mains, and I'm so glad, because jet mains are the fucking worst. When you have an insta-lock jet main who only uses Marshall and Op, it's not fun.
So wait, that's not like that's the thing now, because I've seen every rando Jet play an op.
No, it's always been
That's
the
the
thing.
thing.
Because Jet has the best util for snipers. But the thing is that you don't only have to use a sniper. And especially if you're dog shit at the sniper, why are you using it? Why do you keep every round, even though we're losing, going to the sniper?
I love when that. I also love when there's an enemy sniper, right, and they have a good sight line in mid or something, and we say don't peek mid, and so that one fucking retard who goes and peeks mid because he thinks he's the god of snipers, and lo and behold, he's instantly killed.
I'll only do that if I have, like, a flash. Because you're telling me where they
They
are.
never even played characters.
If I can
with
flash them, then I can shoot them.
Yeah, they'll just run him in and get sniped.
Reyna's the best character for countering snipers, because they have to shoot the eye. So then they have to use a shot.
Yeah.
But, yeah. What games have you... Speaking on, like, topic, we've having a lot of negative vibes. Let's get some positive vibes. What games have you guys been playing that you enjoy? What games have you been playing that have been fun?
Indeed. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know if I've been enjoying
Oh no! I've been playing
Alright.
Hot Wheels. I built my first track the other day, actually.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of
And I currently hold the world record for it, so.
it's kind of rough on the edges, but apparently he's the fastest.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna build another. Hot Wheels is kind of fun. I actually very much enjoy that game. And
Nice,
what else
nice.
have we been playing?
Cuz? Anything from you, cuz?
I mean, I've just been replaying old games because I don't find any enjoyment in new games. So right now I'm just replaying all the Yakuza games on the hardest difficulty, and that's about it.
Sounds fun, though.
Yeah, it's something.
Despite the
Avery?
tank problem, Avery doesn't play games except for Smash.
I play games.
Is this true,
I
Avery?
don't play as many multiplayer shit. Or as much
you gonna let him
multiplayer
slander
shit,
you?
but, I mean,
What do you play besides Smash?
Well, lately I've been kind of doing the same thing that Cuz has been doing with replaying a lot of older ones.
Oh yeah.
Especially some of the bangers from last year. Like I just started playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Hell yeah.
I just
That
started
game
that
fucking
one.
rocks.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about that one.
It's amazing.
I played
The
like
game
the
is
first,
good.
like,
The game is so
30
good.
minutes. I also just copped that other one with I forgot what it's called, but you know that game with Norman Reedus?
Oh yeah,
Death
Death Stranding.
Yeah, that one.
Mailman.
I've been thinking about getting
Mailman
that.
Simulator.
Yeah.
What?
I called it the Mailman Simulator.
You like deliver
Yeah.
stuff?
I've been playing it like for a while. My thing is, it's not as fun to play, but I think the best part about that game is just the story, like the narrative of it. But sometimes when you're playing it, like it gets pretty tedious. But the story is fantastic so far.
Do you think it's worth buying? Like full price?
I guess it depends on what you're into. Like, cause like if you're someone who's like more into like the fast-paced kind of game, I think it's gonna be kind of hard to get through. But if you're someone who appreciates like good narrative, good storytelling, I think it is definitely worth it. It's just that there are just some parts, at least so far, where it just gets tedious. But I think I've heard nothing but good things about the story, and so far I've loved it so far. I'm like halfway through it.
About Death Stranding.
Yep.
You know, there's a story game I need to go back and finish because I still have not finished it. I've never beaten God of War.
Same. I haven't
I've
either.
only been through half of it because I played it on PS Now because I had a free trial, and then I've never touched. That game was built on itself for $5 on multiple times, and I've always been like, I should buy it, and then I never do.
Damn, I thought you.
I feel
I
you.
thought you
There's
played
a
it
game
all.
that I need to finish as well.
There are a lot of games. You know, I own Doom Eternal.
I haven't played it.
I'm only on like the 3rd mission.
Out of how
I
many
need to
total?
finish.
There's I don't know how many total, but I'm at very.
That's a good
I'm
amount.
not even at the halfway point of Doom Eternal, and I bought that game.
Here's one cuz we'll be excited. I need to finish Nier.
Dude,
You do!
I would be
shit.
glad for you to.
That game made me cry,
Oh,
unbelievably.
bro, speaking about crying, goddamn, I did not expect to cry. Well, I didn't like cry, but I teared up on that 6th episode of
I haven't finished Squid Game.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about. It is real sad.
I don't know what you're talking about
but
either
he's
because
not
it's
got me.
spoiled for me. But just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I teared up. That shit hurt.
Definitely don't spoil.
Anyways.
I'm on episode 6. Not that I realize it.
Dude, I was able to avoid all spoilers.
Same. I got
I didn't
so
get
lucky.
spoiled at all. I watched it yesterday. All
That's
of
just
it.
proof that I'm on Instagram too much. I was the first day Squid Game came out. I didn't even know what it was, and I got spoiled on that dude instantly.
Oh my god.
It was that fast.
That's insane.
That is the 3rd time Instagram spoiled Avengers Endgame for me.
I never got spoiled of Adventures
The day
Endgame on
Avengers
Instagram.
Endgame came out, opening day, that shit. This one dude, I don't remember his account because I instantly unfollowed him and cursed his entire family. But he fucking screen recorded or fucking recorded the theater scene. Has it been long enough for me to say what happened? It's been like 2 years, right?
Yeah,
For when
definitely. It's been like
for when
2 years.
Iron Man died, and so before I can even see that movie, I knew that the dude I fucking grew up with died.
Bro, I just think it's messed up, bro. I didn't get spoiled or anything before I asked what had happened. But oh my gosh, if you had not watched the movie and you just see all the Spider-Man scene,
Dude, this
yeah.
Spider-Man,
There's no way
when
you're like,
Spider-Man
bro,
came
what
up
the
to
fuck?
fucking Tony, dude, and he's all like, Mr. Stark, we won. Oh my god. That entire scene of with Tony dying and shit, I didn't cry, but I was fucked up. That was...
That hurts.
Man, I just
I was sad when
honestly,
Spider-Man
I just
was
honestly avoid all
dying.
social media as much as I can. Anytime there's some new show or some new movie or a new game, because I know that it's gonna get spoiled. There are people who just do that shit on purpose.
that's what I'm saying, Avery.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Like, y'all
saying. I do the exact
y'all
same
remember
thing.
Back when I can't even remember what Star Wars it was, but everybody was posting hashtag Han dies, except it looked like
Oh,
Handy's.
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. Yeah, that one. Now I watched the movie. It wasn't
I
that
didn't
good.
even know they posted it.
But you know, still, I didn't want it to be fucking spoiled.
Dude,
Yeah.
there was one movie that I'm so happy I didn't get spoiled. This movie was... The reason I love this movie so much is because of the experience I had in the theaters. I got to watch Avengers Infinity War on opening day. I came in thinking... I didn't know it was going to be a part 2. I never even heard of Endgame. So I came into that theater thinking that they were going to go in there and beat Thanos, and it was going to be over. And I would have been okay with that.
That was the one where Spider-Man died,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one where Thanos won.
That was the one that got spoiled so hard of
I
Spider-Man.
didn't see...
Same.
And everyone was like,
Dude,
what the
when
fuck?
I saw that ending, and then I saw him snap and win, I was like, oh shit, no. And you see all these people disappearing. Alright. You know, it starts off with the people on Earth, right? Okay. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. He always has been. All of it.
Same.
And so when we get to fucking, they're on Titan, and all the Guardians of the Galaxy disappear, I'm like, oh, come on, bro. And then fucking Doctor Strange disappears, and I'm like, no, man, no. Because I know who's next, right? I have a feeling that it's either going to be Tony, or it's going to be fucking Peter, right? And then you just hear Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Which got memed to hell.
no.
They got memed to hell, but oh my god. I don't think people understand the moment when he looks up and he just says, I'm sorry, and he just fades away. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I teared up a little bit when I saw that scene, though.
I
was like, what the fuck, bro?
I think the best part is, like, I went into that one not realizing that to be a second part either.
Yeah, I thought that was...
So, like, I mean, after a while, I was like, they're not gonna stay dead. Obviously, there's no way. Realistically, they're not gonna can all of like the most profitable characters. But still, that initial shock, I was like, "Fuck, bro." Half of these
People in
motherfuckers
Dragon Ball
died,
watching Goku
bro.
die.
Faded into dust, nigga. Like,
Bro, Avery, you just explained Dragon Ball in a nutshell.
See, you say that, but people don't die as often in Dragon Ball as you think they do. I've watched all of Dragon Ball.
How many times has Goku died?
Goku's only died twice.
Yeah, I thought he died
That's
way more,
insane.
and then I played
He
it.
only
and I
died
was like,
twice.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's insane.
I know, you thought he died a lot.
Why is the main character dying
so
twice?
the dude still died twice. How do you say he only died twice?
Well, the second time he technically didn't come back.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he comes back
he's
later,
just
but for
dead.
the entirety of that arc, he is dead. He has a halo for his head.
Damn.
But he comes back.
Death in Dragon
come
Ball
back, though.
is different than in... Because in a lot of shows, death is like a culmination of a character arc. Or an exciting bit for another person's character arc. I feel like death in Dragon Ball is just a piece of that character who's dying in their character arc. When it comes to the main characters, right? Like Goku's sacrifice against Cell. He dies right there. I mean, And the thing about Goku coming back that a lot of people don't know is that the Dragon Ball was supposed to end, if I recall, at the Cell arc. If I remember correctly.
I heard something about that. Why did he continue though?
I don't remember why he continued. I don't remember if he wanted to continue after a while, or if it was his editors. But they came back. Then the Majin Buu arc happened. It's not bad, but it's not that good.
It's not as good as Sarg.
But a lot of wacky shit happened in the Buu arc and all that shit. Now we're in.
And then you have like so many different Dragon Balls.
You're thinking of GT. There's only and Super. In the base in Dragon Ball Z. There's only two sets of Dragon Balls. There's the Namekian ones and the Earth ones. Why am I explaining Dragon Ball lore?
I don't know.
The Dragon Cast.
Dragon Ball is cool. Alright. It gets a bad rap because of how popular it is, but it's not that bad.
I do wonder, other than Elden Ring,
Yeah.
what's another game you're excited for? I haven't been on the up and ups about games and what's coming out.
I don't know.
So
I
I'm
was
interested to
excited for Battlefield 2042, and then I had my entire hopes crushed. I'm sort of excited for SMT5. I guess not as much as Zach over here, but I'm in.
I'm also. It's kind of dying
What's
down.
that?
I'm just waiting for it to come out.
But
What's that?
SMT5, Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh,
Because you see,
yeah, I'm not excited
Atlas is kind of on my shit list now.
Yeah, they're not doing
asses.
good.
And I mean, I was talking about this with Zach a couple episodes ago. I don't remember, but how
The boys rant about Persona 5 for the millionth time. Woohoo! I'll save you the time and bam.
Anyways, off the topic of Persona, so Avery can contribute to the conversation.
who are you talking about?
We were just talking about games coming out.
Yeah, SMT.
Because we just spent like 30 minutes shitting on all these dumb motherfuckers playing on these
What?
So Dom was all like,
You know,
let's be nice.
I really I tried to change it to nice, and it just went back to negative.
There is a game coming out that I have to get when I get a PS5, just because of the combat alone.
Yeah.
It's called Forspoken. I showed Zach this.
Okay.
Oh, that game
This
was so
game-
cool.
Like, the trailer makes the main character seem pretty annoying, but the gameplay itself looks phenomenal. The graphics, amazing, and the movement, Forspoken. The movement looks insane, and it looks like you can combo spells and shit, and it's just so cool.
Yeah, the style of it is very neat.
Forspoken is one.
I think it's from Square Enix though, which makes me a little bit sus because Square Enix can be really good or they can be really shit.
That is very
Yeah,
true.
there's never an
That
in-between.
is.
Have you noticed that?
For Square
There's
Enix,
never
yeah.
like an in-between with them.
They released fucking that game called Balan's Wonderworld or some shit. Have you heard of that game?
That thing was terrible.
That game has one button you can press to play. You move the stick and you press one button. That's the only thing you do for that entire game. That was a $60 game from Square Enix.
$60.
Okay. Okay, I'm pissed off now. Alright. Listen. I know I said we should be more positive, but I need to talk about how people are so fucking dumb on the trends of games that are popular. I'm gonna be real with you. Friday Night Funkin' should not be a popular game, bro. That game is 4 buttons. It's a rhythm game. And it's a shitty rhythm game. Like, it's really bad.
I wouldn't say that. It's popular because of how simple it is. It's easy to be able to access by a lot of people. And I enjoy the songs from Friday Night Funkin'. I think a lot of them are pretty good. And the later ones, the animation also gets really good as well. Right?
I just like the fan base.
But yeah, the fan base is shit.
Yeah.
But the fan base is shit. Every game I've ever known, I hate their fan base. I don't want to be a part of it. I can't go around and say I'm a fan of fucking, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Because...
yeah, weird people.
They're fucking
I feel
weird.
that. I can't be like, I'm a Genshin fan. Because they're weird.
Genshin fans
they're just
are
fucking
weird. I've
weird.
seen some of them. They're fucking weird as shit, bro. Fate fans are weird as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fake fans.
Fate. Like Fate Stay Night.
Okay, I'll put this up.
It's fucking... any fandom is. Like,
You know what I could go around, though? Saying, I'm a Super Animal Royale fan.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro. Super Animal Royale, that shit's fire, bro.
I don't know what that is.
It's this garbage. It's a 2D battle royale.
It is.
Terrible.
Wait,
It's so good,
oh
bro.
my
It's
God.
2D.
Speaking of battle royales, dude, they're making... y'all remember Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Oh, yeah, dude.
No,
They're
there's no
turning
shot in
that
the Final
into
Fantasy
a battle royale.
You're lying to me
And it's
right
called,
now.
like, First Soldier or some shit.
Some
I'm
dumb
not
shit,
even
dude.
joking.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy
VII
VII
Battle Royale.
is getting a battle royale.
Like, I'm trying to process those words, because that makes me...
That's because the name means nothing. Because it's just a fucking generic shooter. But it takes place in the Final Fantasy VII universe. Is Sephiroth gonna come and cut the arena in half? No.
Yo.
Bro,
If he-
speaking about Final
dude, if
Fantasy
he did, that'd be cool as shit. I would have played that shit.
That'd be
Where did
cool.
Final Fantasy... when did Final Fantasy VII Part 1 come out, bro?
Like, fucking...
And when is Part 2 coming
I
out?
don't even
I
know when
need
Part
it.
2 is coming out, dude.
There's been no release date, no nothing.
No news.
Because they're making Final Fantasy 16, which I don't think is gonna be that good.
That has no news either.
They're making it for...
They're dying.
they are dying.
They're fucking
Hey, Final
dying.
Fantasy 14 is still going on strong.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure the Final Fantasy 14 team is completely separate from all other teams.
Yeah, they have their own thing.
We were supposed to talk about good games.
Yeah, but like, on like the topic of games that I'm excited for, the other games that I really like play right now that I don't get mad at is Genshin because I can't get mad at a solo player game, and sometimes I'd be playing Balloons Tower Defense 6.
I see you play Osu, too.
Oh yeah,
I feel like you could get mad at
but Osu
Osu.
makes me mad.
Yeah.
Osu gets me mad.
Oh, yeah. That's
When I fuck up on my combos and I... oh my god.
Are there any games that I played that don't make... I mean, I guess I played, like, Game Dev Tycoon. I started up something in that again. I don't get mad at Game Dev Tycoon. I guess Hot Wheels doesn't make me that mad. I don't know. Most of the
How
games...
it pisses me off with the spiders, bro.
Dude,
Fuck the
I swear
spiders.
I'm pretty sure they nerfed the spiders. I played today.
Did they?
I didn't get hit by a single time by spiders. I was driving
Yo.
fucking straight through them as well.
Okay.
What, a game I've been wanting to play with you guys again, though, is GTFO.
Yeah, true.
I've
That'd
been
be
wanting
fun.
to get back on that grind.
Dude, Louis is fucking busy as shit now. Dude can't even come to the podcast
Yeah.
anymore. Man has 2 jobs.
It is pain.
Shit.
Yeah, but it's also because Louis does dumb shit.
Oh,
Like, I'm sorry, but Louis is doing some dumb
Ooh.
shit. Like, he just refuses to go to community college.
well, he's fucking. Well, no, he's not accepted. He's waiting to hear back from fucking Texas A&M.
No, he doesn't know. And his
parents won't
like,
don't
his
want him to go
mom
to
is
community college for some reason.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
They
It
don't
doesn't-
want him to
No,
go?
because
They don't. It doesn't make any
they said
sense.
some dumb. I like Lou's family, I do, but his mom is making me worried. You know, his mom's a flat earther now.
Oh,
I heard about that, yeah.
She got converted to being a flat earth after being on Facebook this year.
is she one of those people who like doesn't want him to go to college because she thinks that colleges are like teaching people conspiracy theories?
No, she only wants him to go to a. She thinks that
A
only
university.
a university will work. And I was like, dude, you can go
Well,
to
that's just straight up
you can
false.
go to a community for your first 2 years and get your fucking what's it called associate's degree, and then go to a
That's what I'm
university.
doing.
Well,
My
I've heard that too. I've heard
Oh,
that same
I don't know if
about,
you
like,
guys
how-
have heard. I haven't told you guys, have I?
What?
I finally picked a career that I'm going into.
Oh, congratulations.
I am going into health, and I am striving to become a nurse.
Oh.
Yo.
You and Nick are fucking twinsies.
I am.
Well, that's exciting, bro.
Yeah, my career. I mean...
What's a career?
Interesting. I mean, Laney, I feel like you've been fucking clapping right now. Didn't you become the, main writer in your class or something like that?
Main writer, no, not really. I mean, they use my essay as an example in something. But I am starting up a writing club. I just talked with the teachers about that today. 2 of my professors. So I want to say, I don't have a clear idea of what I want as my career. Because, writing, novels and shit is a hobby until you
it's not
get
a
that
good
one
career.
fucking novel that makes you the money. So
it's not like me personally, I like drawing, but it's not something I can be a career.
But I feel like
because it's so hard.
I could totally write stories for video games.
Well, because there's one thing I want to point out. A lot of times people do mistake their passion for something that they're good at. There are things that I'm good at, but not necessarily passionate about, that I don't want to actually do for my whole life.
Yeah, that's how I feel about drawing. I'm decent at drawing, but I couldn't live off that. That's not something, because a whole point of a hobby is for you to enjoy it. If you make it into your job, you're not going to enjoy it. Yeah, you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to hate it eventually.
I feel like in this day and age, though, there's a lot more ways you can have a free roaming job, especially as an artist with Patreon and stuff like that. I see a lot of artists that, because of their art, can live off just making art when they want to because of Patreon and stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. My dream job,
but for me, I don't feel like I'm at that level yet. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah.
I know I'm not at that level. It's not. I don't feel like.
My dream is to, cause, I gotta get a minor, right? So I'm trying to get a minor in art along with my major.
That sentence did not sound right out of context.
Don't worry about that. And I want to make a webcomic. I want to get good enough to drawing in the 4 years that I am in college, and then when I get out of college and I graduate, I want to start making a webcomic.
Like Webtoons?
Yeah, on Webtoon. Because then I write the post.
I heard Webtoons are really good thing though.
Yeah.
For people that like making webcomics.
You also get paid
really
on Webtoon as well, if I recall.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's popular enough, you get paid for it.
Per the views your comic gets, if I recall.
And also, you can do this thing, but only popular ones do it. But it's this thing where it's $5 a month for a subscription to get 3 chapters ahead.
Yeah, the fast pass.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That's how you can also gain money as well.
I follow a lot of artists on Instagram, and I send a lot of shit to Zach. But I also read a lot of Webtoons, right? So I felt very inspired by a lot of artists. Because, ever since I was a kid, I was sort of drawing, right? I used to make comics when I was a kid. And I kind of wish I didn't stop drawing along with writing. Because I feel like I'd be in a much better position at this point. But I can start, right? And if I do it right, and I get this started, I swear by the end of the 4 years in college, I should be decent enough at drawing if I stick to it, to where I feel confident.
Yeah, but Laney, also think about it. Think about it. You already have that experience. You just need to tap back into it.
Yeah, I drew it.
You just have to feel it again. I saw some of your drawings, and they were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. They were not bad. The parts that you drew, the body parts and stuff. You were doing basic things, but they didn't look bad. They weren't this is my first time drawing kind of bad. It looked decent. It looked good.
Yeah, it'll probably just take time for you to be able to develop those skills. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, if you don't know, I have a drawing tablet now.
I don't have one of those. I do need to get one of those, but I really suck at drawing.
I spent $400 on it.
Oh my god!
It's the best drawing tablet for Windows computers. So there.
Plus, if you're gonna make,
do you have a program?
And you're gonna stick to it, then that's $400 well spent. So
yeah,
I use Clip Studio Art.
Hey, my friend Josh uses that. You know the one.
So
because in his class right now, he's doing
because he's becoming an art major, and now he's doing animation. So now he has to get all this stuff. And he uses clip art, he uses studio art.
Yeah, that shit is
Pretty nice.
You know, but I have a problem when it comes to stuff like that. Like, it's when it comes to my writing as well. I can't stop looking at my stuff, especially before it's finished, right? And just being like, just finished it.
I have noticed that you do that.
Like, when it comes to writing, you might notice I stop a lot. And it's for
I've
two
never
reasons.
seen you finish a story.
I have 2 finished short stories. I never finished a long story. And it's because I'm writing, and then I not only do I lose motivation and get like stuck, but I also I'd be reading back. I read backwards and read it over, even though I'm not supposed to yet. I should just finish the chapter first and keep going, because it's a first draft, right? It's not gonna look.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's what my English teacher says. Like, you have to finish. Yeah, that's what my English teacher is teaching us right now. You have to finish your writing and then go back, because then you'll never finish it.
I always go back, because then I read it and I'm like, I hate this, because I'm always comparing my stuff to fucking books from authors who've been writing for 15, 20 years, and I should not.
You're probably also comparing it to like award-winning sellers.
Yeah,
like,
if you end up,
you can't compare.
If you go down that rabbit hole of comparing yourself, you're never gonna be satisfied. You know, because
you have to just do what's you. Like, one of my favorite things that you ever brought up was that one story. I forgot what it was called, but that guy who got attacked in the forest with all his 4 friends.
A husk.
And those creatures. Like, you went so in-depth into it, and I felt the passion that you had for that story. But you did a couple of chapters, and then you never built off of it.
It's like if you're building a house, right? You can't, make a bunch of changes in the middle of building the house. Like, at least as far as like how it looks.
Yeah,
it's
you have to build it. You have to do those
and
changes after it's built.
What the problems are, and maybe that's not a good comparison. Actually, come to think of it.
No, I think it's a good comparison.
You see what I'm saying?
You don't renovate the house unless the house is already built.
Yeah. You
make the house and then you renovate it after.
Exactly. So it's just so much easier because you can go back, even if you do it by chapter. Like, say, if you have a chapter, you go back. I think it's better to really just write the whole story and go back. But even, you can still make a habit of trying on a habit. Sorry, I can't fucking talk. Make a habit of, like, writing out a chapter, going back. Because it's so much easier to, once you're reading back through it, you'll see all the mistakes or whatever will pop out to you. Like, so much more.
Yeah.
Also, instead of maybe reading back 1 chapter, maybe do 3. Or increase the number, because I do know that in a lot of books, there's always that 1 chapter that just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But you get through it, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, but you just have to deal with it. Like, because, I mean, the thing about writing is that it can't be perfect. It's impossible for it to be perfect, and it's impossible for it to be horrible.
Yeah.
There's always something good in a story.
Okay.
No matter what, there's always one thing that is good.
That is technically not true.
No,
I think there are some stories that are not of mine, but there are stories I have seen that are, it's rude to say, but completely horrible.
Yeah, but you also have to think about it. That's an opinion.
I think what he's saying, or what like Dom is trying to say, is like, by your own standards, not necessarily to the world standards. Yeah. If that makes sense.
All right.
You have to
just write something, and if it's horrible, then okay. But it'll be easier for you to see how it's horrible and what makes it horrible when you're looking back at it.
And trust me, I mean, at least this is what most of my English professors have told me, and I've had 3 now. They have said that your first story is going to be bad. Like, it's how it's going to be. Yeah. But you have to learn off of those mistakes. You have to build off of what didn't work and what does work, because opinions of people change all the time. It's hard to satisfy them. But you want to produce it and at least send it out there to see what is wrong.
Yeah.
Because, and I didn't even notice this,
But when you're writing a story, something that makes sense to you could not make sense to other people who are reading it. And that's a thing. Like, it's just how it is.
Yeah, that was something that I definitely had to learn a lot. Whenever I was writing, back when I was still like in classes, I would have something like that was planned out in my head, and then it made perfect sense to me. But that's just because it was in my head. But then writing it out or in a way that's easy for a majority of people to understand was always a challenge for me.
Yeah, at this point, I think when it comes to my ability to write, I think I am. I don't want to sound egotistical.
No, you
I think I'm very.
I've read
I think
the
I'm
stories
very
you've
good
read.
at it.
Well,
Definitely.
I can say this. I can say this. No, from me knowing you, you are definitely a good writer. You have what it takes on from the creative side, from the ability to write and articulate your words well. I think the hard thing about writing, especially something that's really long, is finding the focus and dedication to finish one project all the way through.
I'm wondering do you have like a hard
so
attention span?
So it's understandable.
It's not attention span. It's like
also you have
it's
to
like
be,
passion, right? Or motivation. I have that thing where you get that burst of insane passion and motivation at the beginning, and if you don't take advantage of that, it burns out quickly. And so I will like write a lot in one day, and then very next day I will feel nothing.
Well, you know what you could do, knowing that there are so many different mediums of writing. You could find something that maybe is more I should say you could structure your career and how you write based on what your own strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah.
Like, so if you say you have, I guess we'll just say like short bursts of creativity, short stories could be a very good thing.
Yeah. One thing that's kept me going, that like really gets me to keep on writing, is I used to often, you're not supposed to like have people like review your stuff until you have it all finished, but I just enjoyed sending out what I finished writing to people and seeing what they thought already, and then that helped me keep writing. And I guess that's a part of why I'm hoping to do the writing club itself, so I can have people there, because I feel like bouncing off of somebody else really helps me in writing. Like there have been times when I've been talking to people about my ideas and stuff, and we like exchange on like plot points and ideas for what I had, and I'll like get something like, oh, I didn't think of that, or oh, that's a good idea and stuff, right?
I feel you on that level. Like when I draw, I get this very like hardcore inspiration for drawing, and I'll draw for like 7 hours straight. But then after that, I'm just like, I don't want to draw anymore. Like I don't have this drive that I have. Yeah, I get burned out. I'm like this, and then when I look at the piece that I'm drawing, I always get this sense of it could be better. Like it could just look more better. And so I then scrap it and I restart. And that's one of my issues while drawing, is that I try to go for perfection when I really shouldn't try to. I should just continue to draw it how I'm drawing it.
Yeah, I think it's better to just like accept the flaws as they are. Because I think that's partly just like the human brain, because I think we generally tend to focus more on the positives, or the negatives. Like, it's easy to criticize, but
yeah,
to
it's
forget
more
about
easier
all the
to
positives.
Yeah, like the saying, it's more easier to hate than to be kind to someone.
Yeah. And I've definitely had that same thing happen. Not with other people, like with myself. Just like you were saying, like you'll have a drawing and you won't want to finish it. Same thing used to happen to me back when I played sax more often, and I was working on a new piece or composing or something. I would just like look back at it and I'm like, damn, what am I doing? Even though it may very well be actually a solid piece.
Yeah.
So,
I have something going on, right? I have something that I have this real big affinity for that I'm trying to write.
Okay.
And around this character that I came up with. Originally, I came up with this character for like a tabletop game, right? But I just started going so deep into their backstory and stuff to the point where I was like, wow, I could write a story about this. And I wanted to. I started expanding on that. So now I got this tale that I want to try and write down. And I've gone through like 3 different ways to start it. Starting something is so hard. It is so...
100% agree with that.
In anything, right? Like starting a drawing or something. And for me, when it comes to writing, that first sentence dictates everything. Like, there have been times when it's taken me like an hour to come up with the first sentence, and I'll finish out like 3 pages in the next 30 minutes.
I will. Yeah, no, that. I feel like that's how it is while writing, though. You need that hook. Something that'll drag your reader into wanting to read it, you know?
Well, that's a really hard thing to do.
I feel you're completely in the right
so
there to be focusing on that.
Yeah, I get that completely.
Because I'm also like that. When I have to write essays and stuff, it's like that first sentence to paragraph that I'm writing is like something that I have to focus on so hard because then it will dictate the rest of what I'm writing.
Oh yeah, I know for me personally, like whenever I wrote essays, for the most part, I say like 9 essays out of 10, I ended up spending the most time on the thesis statement. I spent more time trying to figure out that than everything else, at least for me personally. You know, everything else is kind of fell into place as like I'll be doing like, say for example, let's just say for example I'm doing a persuasive essay. Personally, I find it easy to be able to go out and find the facts and, you know, support whatever argument I'm making. But the thesis is what always gets the most love and attention for me. Because it's the beginning. It's always been the hardest part for me. So maybe that is just a moment part of writing. But I mean, you're doing good, Laney. You're doing good.
I mean, yeah, you also have to think about it. You're only going to be 19. Like, you're just starting.
Yeah. That's one thing I was
going
to say
at
earlier.
rock bottom.
You don't have to feel... I mean, I definitely understand the stress, but don't beat yourself up too much because, again, you're only 19. You can all...
Yeah, I don't mean this in, like, a rude way. Yeah, like, I don't mean this in a rude way, but, like, they're not gonna look at your writing and be like, and compare it to a professional person's writing. Like, they're not gonna put you in that kind of light.
Yeah, and if they do, they're being unfair, and you should listen to them anyway, if they're doing that.
Yeah. It's just like, you need to do you right now, because whatever you do is what's going to express you. And that's what you want. You want people who read you for you, not read you because you want to follow a trend of another famous writer or something like that. You know?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but I enjoy your stories.
Yeah, I'm excited for, like, the future with writing, Laney. I think you're very good at it.
And even if storying becomes a hobby of yours and you get a different job, it's like, you can still do that.
Yeah, that could still probably be a really good source of, like, stress relief, you know?
Write down stuff that you want to write down. It'll help. Yeah. But that's just all my opinion kind of stuff. You can take it how you want.
Yeah, Laney, you'll be fine, bro. I mean, you're starting a writing club. I think one thing you definitely want to do is just take as much criticism as possible. You know?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, like, are you okay with criticism? Do you get discouraged?
I always ask people to criticize. I hate when people, the only thing they have to say is, "Oh yeah, that was good," because that's you can always say a little bit more than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer, like, if there's nothing you see that's bad, well then tell me what you thought I did well, right?
Yeah. Like, what was your most least interesting part? Like, you know, like, what did you not enjoy the most?
Because everyone always has something to say about something, right? right? There's no way.
Well,
Well,
it's also because every essay always has a flaw. And especially if it's a first draft, it's always going to have a lot of flaws. That's just how it is.
there's nothing that's just like, oh yeah, that was good, that was it, right? And so I really don't like when I send something to somebody and that's all they can say is, oh yeah, that was good.
Well, yeah, I try to read as much and get as much from it and give you as much. Like, for your last story, I tried as much to explain like what you were good at. I thought you were very good at describing. I think you do a really good job of like using descriptive words and, describing a situation or a scene or something like that. I think you're really good at that. I think overall, especially because I think your main beat last time I checked seems to be like kind of the sci-fi kind of genre, right? Because I know the last one I wrote was the one, the one that you sold me like a year ago. That one.
Dude, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, bro. I don't think you've sent me much since that. Well, I mean, that's fine.
I haven't sent many people much stuff. I've been
really.
Yeah. There were some people I stopped sending stuff to because they didn't say much, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there was a time period for a couple months, like over the summer, where I just didn't write at all.
Well, I say now that because who would you send your stuff to, like back then? Like other than me and your family?
As much people as I could. Send it to Dom. Dom was really good at telling what he thought.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'd be writing paragraphs up in that page.
Yeah, I think what you could do, now that you're about to start a writing club, presumably a lot of people who are also into writing are going to be there. Now that's who you give your work to, because it's people who you know that are already going to be enthusiastic about what you're doing. So chances are they're going to have a lot to say, whether good or bad.
That's what I was hoping to be able to do that. And I can also, because I feel like I am of a point to where I can help a lot of people with their writing, in terms of, because I feel like I know a lot. I think I know a good bit about how stuff goes,
big brain
in stories and stuff, especially narratively speaking. I have some friends. I have a friend who likes, he'll show me his characters and stuff, just for his D&D and stuff, like backstories and all that. And I'll be like, I think you should do this, or that's a bit overused. Try and put a spin on it. Or like, typically this, that, and that. Stuff like that. Because even when it comes to like just a simple D&D character, you don't have to go in depth with a backstory. Some people actually don't like when you do that. But I always enjoyed putting a little story behind every character I made.
Well, yeah, because it makes the character it makes them feel more alive, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have a character that has nothing about them except for what the story is going to be on, it's like, are they a newborn? Like, they're an adult, or they've like lived. They have to have something that's happened to them, even if they're just like a fucking farmer who lives out in the boonies. Like, something's had to happen to them. They can't just have nothing. But that's one of the things that I was always jealous about you, Laney, is that you could look at a character and be like, this character is good for this. I've always wanted to be able to write like stories and backstories, but whenever I get to writing them, it is not good.
Yeah, you're good at that, Laney. You're good at fleshing out a character and kind of making them, or kind of trying to make the whoever the reader is really connect with the character. That's
why I like sending you my OCs.
Yeah, I like stuff. I've also been dabbling in character designs as well.
Oh, really?
I design a lot of characters now too.
Whoa.
And so, people will send me my one friend will help with his backstory. So he'll send me his character designs and stuff. And I'll be like, yeah, this is kind of bland and unoriginal and basic.
And
I like, when it comes to designing a character, alright, especially if there's like, it's all in your looks can tell a story. Alright, don't just do like, if you have like a knight, right, you don't just do standard armor, got a sword and something, right? Even if you just put little chinks in that armor, each of those chinks could have like he's been in a lot of battles, right? You know,
Yep.
then you can put like a little mark on his shoulder pad, and like, oh, that's from the military unit he's in, right? They don't have to drastically change what you got, but it all makes them feel more alive and believable. Because bland character designs just make a character feel boring, even if they have a neat personality. They go hand in hand.
I'm saying.
And it's not to say that a simple character is bland. You can have a simple character design that still looks really good.
But there's a lot of characters who are simple, and they still work fine.
Like, I mean, freaking Mario is a simple design character.
He's just a plumber. Man's literally just a plumber
Yeah.
with an M on his head.
Red overalls.
And I feel like how a character looks can instantly, most of the time, can instantly tell you how they would act. Right, from their facial expressions
Yep,
to what they
definitely.
wear. You can have their personality radiate from their clothes.
Definitely. I agree with you. I agree with you on that 100%.
Like, I've bought a fair number of commissions in recent months, so I have a good number of characters that I've had designed and had drawn by an actual professional artist. And so I love seeing. For one part, it looks really good to see it drawn, especially when they add their own little spin on it, right? But it's also nice to just see how those characters, you can really see what they're about just from their looks, right? You can infer a lot of stuff.
Indeed.
I also like when things look cool, all right? You know, you gotta have cool looking characters are cool, right? You know,
It's like if there's nothing behind that, then yeah, I feel you.
I don't know if I can give an example, but I can. The character that I'm writing a story for right now, his hair. Okay, he has a streak of gold in his hair, and the reason he has that is because he can turn stuff to gold when he touches it with his hand. And so I put it to where when his power first started emerging, he was rubbing his hair, right? And he rubbed through his hair, and it made a streak of gold, and that's why that's there.
Oh, he's like Yugi. He has one streak of hair.
You know, it's just simple stuff like that. You know, the pieces of an outfit can tell a story.
Definitely. Like, if you have a guy who has worn down clothes, kind of looks crippled, you know, kind of like a homeless person, you're not going to think he's rich. I mean, he could be. But, you know, he'd be telling its own story. Be telling it how it be.
There you go.
You know, I guess playing a lot of video games has also helped with character design, because you know, it's the whole visual medias. They have to put it all on that, and to the point where some characters are just iconic. I love a character you can recognize instantly, just from their design. Like if there's a silhouette of them, you know, oh, that's that. Right? If you take a silhouette of Master Chief, you could probably say that's Master Chief. You might not even have ever played Halo, and you would know that's Master Chief. That's how you know you've made an iconic character. Or that dude up there, right? Sephiroth. Dude, you could take. I feel like you can have any image of Sephiroth and make it a silhouette, and you could still tell that's
You could
Sephiroth.
just take his sword. You could just take his sword, and they would be like, that's Sephiroth.
Yeah, I think the hair gives it away too. But like,
And I mean, you know,
Or his one wing.
some characters are much easier than others in telling what they are. Like my boy Chainsaw Man. Dude has a chainsaw on his head. You know, just not many other people who have that.
Have a fucking chainsaw.
But so another thing I'm just recommending how to design characters. Another thing I would say is make it, when you have a character in mind, also think of the silhouette that they would make.
really?
Oh,
The silhouette?
silhouette.
Think of the silhouette.
Yo.
Oh wait, that's the name of the
I
podcast.
just kind of want to know, is Laney. I'm just saying.
Cause like, if you remove all the color from a character and you can still tell, like it still looks like an original character, that's what you want to do. You don't want to have a character that can be confused with 100 other characters.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to do because, for the most part, when you're creating something, it's
You're
hard
taking
to,
inspiration of other
you
things.
know, make your own thing, especially when, for the most part, you're often probably being inspired, at least to some extent, by something else. You know?
It's also
So, There you go.
Oh, I was going to say it's hard coming up with the complex details in a design.
Indeed.
Like when I first start making a character, I can come up with like maybe pants, a shirt, stuff like that, skin color, hair color. But those are all just basic things, right?
I feel like the details go, or at least for me when I draw details, I put them after I've drawn the character, so I can see how they would look, like visually.
That's what I do.
I don't like placing the details while drawing it.
I feel like it's best to place the details last because then you know what you're going for. Because then if you put details on while you're doing it, then you're probably definitely gonna want to change those details by the end of it, or something won't fit anymore because of what you added on later. Right?
I feel like it's just so hard to make an original thing, though.
It is, but it isn't.
It kind of begs a question I've had, especially like lately, because as time goes on, more and more things are created, the harder it is to be original because so many more things are being created.
People like to think that.
Like I wonder if we'll get to a point where like eventually every story is going to be written, right? Eventually,
maybe
you'll have come up with every possible like character, right?
There are so many. See,
But I don't
the
think
thing is because
humans
there's so
will
many
live
things
long enough.
we haven't thought of because we can't think of it, right? Like a lot of stories that exist today can't exist 100 years ago. They don't have the stuff we have today, the technology we see, the people we've met. Everything. Stories are influenced by surroundings, and surroundings that we have are always changing.
That's a good point.
I don't think we'll ever run out of stories. And
I don't think a story will ever run out because you have to think about it in the sense of every person is different. Every person has their own story.
Well, I guess I wasn't trying to say that like we won't be able to come up with new stories. I guess I'm just saying that like I just wonder if it'll be harder to be original. I guess I shouldn't say that it's like impossible. But
people are.
I feel like it'll be harder.
Afraid of unoriginality and cliches, right?
It will be.
But
well, everything is kind of
everything's cliched now. You can't avoid stuff. And so what I like to tell people, even though I don't do it myself, is that even if you have something that's like unoriginal by design, very classic, you just go for it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
like, take example for isekai animes. It's all the same concept, but it's always executed differently.
Sometimes, I don't know. Isekai animes are boring me now.
I find them enjoyable. It always starts the same, but it never ends the same. At least from every manga and anime that I've seen of it.
I feel like there's certainly some things that are beaten to death, right? And I think that's what I want to say you should avoid. Something that is just completely overused.
Well, that's the thing. Like with every new release you see, there are like thousands that didn't make it. Which I think is easy to forget about in the grand scheme of things. I know for me it is.
And I think another thing recently, talking about unoriginality and stuff, is like when you look at the video game industry, do you know how many games are canceled because there's something new and companies don't want to take a risk anymore? Mm-hmm. There are so many games that I've seen over the years that have been, in work and development, and they get canceled because they're not going to make as much money as Call of Duty because they can't estimate whether or not it'll do that.
It's usually a bunch of solo player games as well.
Yeah, solo player games have been dying out recently. I feel like they're making a bit of a comeback, especially with like God of War and stuff like that, really blowing up. But like their period of like 2012 and beyond, when the peak of like Call of Duty and Battlefield and all these multiplayer games, everybody wanted to make multiplayer games. And not only did like the renaissance of solo single player games come out, I feel like indie games really helped with that as well. Because a lot of indie games that have blown up have been single player experiences. Like like Undertale. That's probably like the
Among
biggest
Us?
one.
Yeah.
Because when you make an indie title, you're not worried about stocks and like shareholders and stuff, investors, right? You're able to tell what you want to tell, and so that's why you see so much creative and new stuff. because a lot of people like to think not a lot of people. Some people think that like we can't have like original games anymore. You know, we've done all that we can, and it's not that. That the reason everything is just the same now is because people. It's the same with movies. They want to do what's safe, and so they bring shit back and do it over and over again, or just keep the
movies.
same franchise. You know, they remake shows over and over again, not because it needs to be retold, because it's a safe bet. It's easy. It's name recognition.
They do it because they can. It's that simple.
As much as I love Spider-Man, the 3 Spider-Man actors and how they've all had almost exactly kind of the same story. I don't know, it's weird. It's like, it's the same character but told in different ways.
But I think in that case, like, they came up with, I guess, different ways to do it each time.
Those Spider-Mans, they all feel distinct, at least in how they act as well. Like, each Spider-Man's, but like...
Yeah, what's Spider-Man? What's the second Spider-Man again?
Andrew Garfield.
Does he exist?
That's Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man ones.
Does he exist?
Does he exist? Apparently they're all supposed to be in the new Spider-Man movie.
I heard that his Spider-Man movie sucked.
His second one sucked. The first one was okay.
The one with Electro, right?
The one with Electro and Rhino and Goblin, and you know, do the same shit that Spider-Man 3 did. But you know.
But I think going back to what you said earlier about like, you know, things as being played safe. I think one big example is look at how many animated remakes of once animated things that we have now. Like we're about to have a Mario movie.
Yeah, that's
that
ridiculous.
movie is going to be hilarious no matter whether or not it's good or bad.
Yeah, it is because of the actors that are in it.
I think I have to see that in theaters. Like what?
But the thing, I want it so bad.
The thing that pisses me off though is that is a legitimate thing that Avery is talking about. So many things that don't need live actions are getting live actions.
Look at Sonic,
and it just doesn't make sense.
Just gonna bring
Sonic,
in fucking
y'all remember
Disney.
Cats?
Don't talk about Cats. Like, have you seen how Disney's remaking every fucking animated movie they ever made? And the thing is, you cannot make an animated movie live action and it be better because animation provides shit you cannot do in live action.
I think
the whole point of an animated movie is you're trying to see something that's not real.
Yeah, I think the best example of that is the Lion King remake.
Oh, dude, I cannot stand how that.
I watched that, and I think it is like it is a textbook example of plagiarism. Like, it is, like, basically the exact same script as the one that came out in, like, 94 or 95 or whenever it was. So it's like, if you're gonna do that, what's the fucking point? There's nothing new about it. In fact, if anything, actually, I would argue that it's worse because, just like what Laney said, there are things that you can achieve in animation that you just can't really get in live action. If you look at all the faces in that movie, it's just like the most emotionless, bland shit. Like, this nigga Simba lost his fucking father, and this dude's face just looks like he like dropped a sweater or something.
Dude, look up The Lion King, Mufasa's death, side by side comparison.
It's just fucking crazy.
Because
have y'all seen the Lion King remake?
I have not.
I didn't watch it because I knew I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
The Lion King, the anime movie, is one of my favorite movies. I watched that when I was a kid. I remember that.
I don't like watching live actions because I always know that most of them are just bad. Like, there are some that aren't bad, but like most of them are trash.
No,
one good live action that I have seen is an anime live action from an anime called Rurouni Kenshin, but that's because that anime did not revolve around magic or anything. It was literally just sword fights.
I feel like it also has a much more hand because those movies are still made in Japan as well, right? Because I see a good chunk of live action movies we see overseas are made by Americans who don't even have contact to the original creator. And so then you get shit like the Death Note Netflix movie.
No.
Or Ghost in the Shell, or stuff like that, you know?
Or Ghost Stories, English dub edition.
Okay, but that's amazing. The Dragon Ball Evolution, that Dragon Ball live action movie, right? Where they
That's a thing?
Yeah, and there's this scene in that where he's getting
How do you
bullied.
live action Dragon Ball?
He's getting bullied, and the way they bully Goku, this suburban white boy
What?
whose grandpa is 100% Asian, they call him Geeko.
Oh, yeah.
That's
How
his.
is that bullying?
That's his bullied name, Geeko.
It's like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry if you like My Hero, but My Hero is turned into a very shit anime real fast.
Oh, My Hero Academia.
My Hero's always been overhyped to me. I could never get into it because the fan base pisses me off so much
Terrible.
that I've just
They're
stayed
all
away.
a bunch of fucking creeps that probably don't go and see sunlight. Or they're 12. Either way. Not an interesting cast of characters there. And the whole thing, like... Oh, my brain hurts. My Hero's writing, if you read the manga, that shit sucks,
Damn.
dude. The whole... fucking... Dude, there's this arc where Deku's like, I'm gonna be edgy, and I'm gonna...
They didn't do that.
Stay away from everyone.
They didn't do the edgy arc, bro. They did not.
No, they
do that.
did. They did.
Deku
And
gets
Deku
edgy.
went
Deku
away
goes
from
Sasuke.
everyone, and then he fought his entire class and kicked their ass.
I mean, that makes sense.
Because
Okay.
Deku's character and his abilities is such bullshit. Oh, I can just use the powers of other people who had this power before.
What?
Like you
I
gave
thought he
him
had.
super
I thought he had
strength.
one for all.
That's what One for All is. The people who used to have the quirk before, he can also use their powers.
Wait, I thought one for all was like one quirk that just transferred down. So you tell me they all had different quirks for one for all?
Yeah. All Might's was super strength. That's why he inherited
Oh,
that
for
one.
real?
I did
first.
not know that.
I didn't know that
Because
either.
the first stuff for My Hero is him
Yeah.
breaking his fucking arm and shit.
Yeah, and like the new animated series that's out, he can make fucking ropes out of electricity
What the hell?
and like grab shit and throw it. It's kind of insane, but it's kind of stupid how he's just like this broken character now.
I just couldn't handle My Hero just because I don't even watch the show and I hate the fucking Bakugo character. I fucking hate that
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
How is he a hero?
He's just not.
He's just not. He's just an asshole that for some reason 12-year-old girls, they really just like toxic relationships or something. Because they fangirl over him. And it just doesn't make any sense.
That's kind
It
of a
doesn't
problem I
it doesn't
see.
make any sense, bro.
That's kind of a problem I see in a lot of media, though. They love to overhype bad relationships in movies and TV.
It's like toxic relationships aren't good.
Yeah, you shouldn't be promoting it.
Damn.
That always reminds me of the LGBT promoting fucking child rapist or pedophiles. God,
That was
Damn
that
it,
didn't
that was
actually happen.
so
That was
stupid.
pedophiles claiming they were a part of the LGBT.
Are you talking about maps?
oh
Yeah, maps.
Yeah, we gotta get that straight. The LGBT community never claimed those motherfuckers.
oh okay.
They never.
Who the
claimed-
I
fuck
thought
calls
they did.
himself
Dude.
fucking
That shit was
Maps?
crazy.
Yeah, y'all know what it stands for?
Dude, they're Google Maps.
I don't know.
What is it?
My
say?
Lester-
People.
What?
It's
Oh.
some kind of way for them to I guess get good PR.
Did you
then
say
what's the
minority
S?
attracted people?
Yeah,
More.
it stands for minor
What
attracted
the
people. That's what it means. And they're trying to legitimize, basically they're trying to legitimize pedophilia and be like,
Minors being attractive.
and here's my thing on that, like, on one hand, you do have to acknowledge that a lot of those people don't control that attraction. So I would think that when I very first heard of it, I was like, maybe they're trying to like get therapy or something. I don't know. But when you go,
Isn't
when you
that a
see
disorder?
it, like, no, they're just over here talking about like. They're just basking in it, basically. Like, oh, I'm a pedophile.
No,
I saw
I mean-
a 12-year-old kid at the store.
Mental.
today." Like, no, y'all need to go to fucking jail, bro.
The fucking.
Isn't being a pedophile like a disorder?
There's a lot of different things that go into that from what I understand. Some of it has to do with like chemicals in your brain, right? And other shit is childhood experiences. You know, a lot can go into making you into that.
It's a very complex conversation for sure.
The end of the day is anybody under the age of
18 in the U.S.
And you just don't.
If you're a pedophile and listening to this broadcast, we do not support you.
Go look at some lolly stuff or something, man. Don't stop.
Yeah, it's like if
you always got the
if
internet.
you can't fix your issue, then you gotta go
seek
to jail.
help.
Sorry.
Seek help for your issue.
Like, and that was probably the worst part about it, is the way that they tried to claim that they were part of the LGBTQ community.
I cannot believe they did that. See, I didn't know about that. I cannot believe that's something that they actually tried to do.
Yeah, the LGBTQ community was
so many people ate that shit up and said, look at how shit gay people are. They support pedophiles.
Yeah, anytime you hear some I guess crazy ass right wing motherfucker be like, oh, they're allowing pedophiles in the LGBT community. No, tell them to go fuck themselves, because that's not what's happening.
I don't know. Like, I have no problem with you being gay and stuff, but like, that's not me. I've been hit on by multiple gay men, and it's been very uncomfortable. And with my own situations, it makes me uncomfortable.
That's right, fellas. Dom is apparently the utmost sexiest man alive.
I'm not the utmost sexy. I don't know why I only attract men, though.
It's not cool, bro. No dude's ever hit on me.
I've been hit on by 3 men, and one tried to get physical, and I was like, don't fucking touch me. So, through my own experiences, it makes me uncomfortable. But, like, I'm not gonna go around the streets going, I hate gays. It's like,
I can't believe
you
some
have
people do
your
that.
own opinion. Go and keep it to yourself. Nobody asked. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah, I mean, with those guys that you were talking about, they like, it should be like, if they hit on you, you should only have to say no once. But
yeah, it should be one time.
Yeah,
always do the stop, hammer time, and then, do your little dance out of there. It works every time.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's how it should always work. Like, not even just for any kind of situation like that, whether it be gay, straight, or whatever. You shouldn't have to be pressured into something that you don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're looking at you, rapist.
Everybody just gotta understand, respect each other.
That's impossible nowadays, bro.
All right, listen. I can hope.
So
impossible.
All right. You can hope.
Yeah, I've been
Doesn't
hoping
mean
for a
your hopes
long
will
time,
come
but
true.
that shit ain't worked.
Shit.
So,
all right, listen. I got like 80 years left, 70 maybe. All right, I just want to get through them all. Live, do my shit, have kids, chill, be an author. It's just, I don't want to see the planet crumble. I don't want to see fucking World War III because you fucking failed your oil
World War III,
exchange.
bro, is insane. That shit's crazy.
I don't want to be around
like,
because fucking stupid ass motherfuckers from 50 years ago have ruined the fucking planet, and now they're leaving it all to us because they're gonna die in the next 5 fucking years. Fuck those people, dude.
Fucking
And
assholes.
they're the ones who have the power, and they refuse to do anything about it.
They don't care.
Because that's the
Not
thing.
their
And then they
Especially
complain
with,
about the
climate
newer
change.
generations.
That's the thing about climate change right now, is that it's not even that we're in a position to where we've done too much damage. It's possible for us to undo some of that damage. It's just that we're run by so many people who don't give a fuck. It's not gonna happen.
Dude, our leaders are so terrible. That's like the whole fucking Donald Trump thing all over again. Coronavirus is not real. Nothing is happening. We're just gonna let it into the country. And then it gets into, and he's like, wow. Who would have saw this coming?
The best part was when he was all like, I told y'all the coronavirus was bad, but they didn't inform me of this. We're in a fuck position, dude. And it's so bad now that today people still won't get vaccines or wear masks.
And I can't even, you can't travel to other countries still. Like, Japan is closed.
It's a huge
still.
problem.
Because America fucking is full of dumbass motherfuckers. And I fucking hate how they come in here and say, oh, it's a free country. Do you think that you can just do whatever the fuck you want? What?
Like, their equivalent of going in and going around saying, it's a free country is like if I shot their child and went, oh, it's a free country. Like, it's a free country doesn't mean shit to the law.
And they fucking hate any government action, dude. We're gonna have to put
They're oppressing us.
We have to put a mask mandate on because you guys can't do it out of the goodness of your heart.
We were talking about this shit in history class.
Government. Like, dude.
We were talking about this shit in history class. The mask mandate was a thing before the coronavirus. That happened when other viruses broke out. That was a thing. People did it. People didn't give a fuck. They didn't complain like we do nowadays. Where it's like, I can't fucking wear a mask because I can't breathe.
We politicized the shit out of the coronavirus, dude.
Yeah.
But
I know a bunch of people who just don't fucking wear masks. I'm like, dude.
Well, I can tell y'all,
part of the
as someone who works
problem.
in 2 restaurants on a street of bars, that shit is the worst. And especially back now, it's like to a point where it's not being as enforced as like strictly as it was back like last year.
It's not at all in
But
Texas.
I remember back then when it was required, like really required, and we had to kick people out when
Because
they
our
weren't wearing
fucking
masks.
governor sucks,
Dude,
bro.
I love that they removed
Our-
the fucking mask mandate.
Our
in
governor,
schools.
our governor removed mask mandates on everything because our governor sucks ass. The Texas governor is fucking bullshit, bro. That man does not know what he's doing.
Greg Abbott is
He's a great piece of shit.
of shit, dude. Like,
It's just ridiculous.
genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, Greg Abbott is one of the stupidest motherfuckers I've ever even
Heard of.
had the displeasure of even thinking about, bro.
Just don't get it, man.
Like, and
It's
you know,
worse than the customers I have to deal with at work.
I think part of the issue is just how, I don't know why people are so individualistic and just so selfish, but like, it's so easy to put on a mask. It's like so easy, dude.
1 second, man.
Oh, no problem.
What? Why'd you say 1 second, man?
Oh no, I said like it just takes 1 second to put a mask on.
Oh,
Oh.
you scared me.
Yeah,
I was like, what do you mean 1
You're saying
second?
why,
Yeah, my
why
bad.
people are so
It sounded
fucking,
like-
selfish and shit. That's just the American way. We've always been built on fucking
But
doing everything by yourself. That's why they hate fucking free healthcare.
It
and
gets
all
so
this
much
shit.
worse. Like, it's just getting worse over the years. I find it crazy because America's coming up on that line. Because I do a lot of history learning. America's coming up on that line where a lot of countries crumble.
Yeah, the 250 years. I don't
That
think
shit's
America's
crazy.
gonna crumble. Just because I mean, a lot of reasons a lot of empires crumbled back then is because their reach expanded what they could govern, right? Like the Roman Empire was so massive it could not govern itself, and it crumbled because of
But
that.
they also countries crumbled when they started complaining about things that really didn't matter. Like, you have so many revolts going on right now that really don't matter. Like, we should be focusing a lot more on other things. And I'm not talking about like race things and stuff like that, but there are some things that people complain about that don't matter.
We still have people rioting for Donald Trump to be president again. We're not rallying.
Like, stuff like that. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, your rally isn't gonna change anything. It was a popular vote. You can't just change the vote.
Can you guys believe that we got to witness a fucking insurrection at the Capitol at the beginning of this year?
Yeah,
That is crazy.
it was nuts.
Dude, legit.
That's what I mean
That
by
is
this
like-
country is kind of
that's
falling apart. That's insane.
That's
That's
like
something that
dystopian
shouldn't
shit.
happen.
Like, imagine you were reading a dystopian future novel. You would legit be some shit about the capital of a country getting ransacked in a dystopian future novel. And we saw it happen before our very eyes. Like, the amount
shit
of
was crazy.
history that we've seen.
And then,
And
oh,
y'all aren't even 20 yet. And y'all seen all this history.
brother. Oh, Avery, I'm sorry, but the audacity of those motherfuckers who went into the Capitol building, stole shit, and then were like, oh, they hit me, and they pepper sprayed me. No fucking shit, you dumbass motherfucker,
I
bro.
fucking hated when they
Oh
started
my
comparing the woman who got
God.
shot at the Capitol for breaking in. She'd have that to George Floyd. That was the thing that
Oh,
happened.
that's so disrespectful.
You're breaking into a government building. That's like trying. That was like that whole dumbass thing about the fucking. Let's go raid Area 51 and get ourselves killed. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like, what do you expect is gonna happen? Are you fucking stupid?
I watched too many fucking movies like Red Dawn. I thought they were freedom fighters. Except they weren't fighting for freedom.
Well, that's the thing. That's what's interesting, because I've had to do, like, interviews with some of these motherfuckers. Because I live in Denton. If y'all don't know, I guess. It's a lot closer to a lot of the, the more conservative parts of Texas. Like, to this day, every day I'll at least see like 5 Trump is still president flags or some shit like that. But I've done like some interviews with them back when I was still like in college full time, and we had some interviews, and it was like cultists a lot of times. Like, when you talk to some of these hardcore supporters, it's like they're part of a cult. There were people who talked about him as if he was like God or something. Did y'all see that one interview of that guy who was like, he said it was like a panel of like 6 or 7 people. They were all Trump supporters, and they were just talking about how the first year of his presidency went. And there was one guy who was like, yo, if Jesus came down and said something to me, he would tell Jesus that, wait, I have to check with my president and make sure it's true. And it's like, what? Like, he legit put Trump in the same equivalence as God. Like, people look at that nigga as God, bro. And it's the weirdest fucking thing.
I just don't
he's
get it.
just a person.
Dude, the entire Republican Party right now is a fucking zombie cult or some shit, man.
It's just weird.
Bruh. Bring back Zombie Deer. The Zombie Deer was the most scary.
Y'all remember when they had those fucking clown outbreak? Remember that
Yeah,
one
that
fucking...
was
Was it a bunch
Bro,
of
that's when everything started going to shit. That was the start of it.
It was the
Where
clowns.
people were just like, I'm dressed in this clown outfit and kill people for fun.
Hey,
What was it, like 2018, 2019?
I remember they were all just scaring niggas, jumping out of fucking woods and shit.
I think it was like 8th grade.
I think it was like 2017 or 2018 in the fall.
Yeah.
And there were people that actually like got murdered because murderers would go out on that because that was a trend.
Yeah.
And so they
Fucking
used
so
the
bizarre.
trend to their advantage because they're fucking psychopaths.
Oh, the world is so stupid, bro.
It really is. Like, you have to think about it. We invented money. And it controls us.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. A piece of paper dictates your value in this world.
Well, that's kind of interesting because it kind of raises that question of, I guess, how good really is capitalism.
We had that talk last episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I missed
Our
out.
country running out of money and all that.
This is getting kind of long.
Well, how long have we been going?
Yeah, we have been going for a good
It's a little bit
solid
lengthy.
2
or
hours
so.
and 20 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'd like to end this with a little omen.
If I'm not mistaken, is this the longest?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
This is a really good episode, though.
Yeah, well, I did want to say one more thing because we're talking about, how the value of money and how much it dictates us. We've kind of, at least from what I've seen, I think we're coming up on like the next economic crisis. Like, kind of, have y'all noticed that we're kind of seeing like a mass resignation?
Yeah,
Because people are realizing that jobs aren't even worth it because nobody's paying a good enough wage.
Yeah,
Well, it's because you don't gain money. Like, the money that you get doesn't go up, but prices keep going up.
Exactly.
Is the issue.
So it's like we've been fighting so hard for a higher minimum wage, and now that we're finally starting to get that accepted, like say
Prices
we've
are
been fighting
increasing.
for a $15 minimum wage for so long now. If they would have raised it to 15, it wouldn't even matter because now inflation's beating it, and now 15 is not even enough.
Mm-hmm.
It really isn't. Like,
I don't
take it
know
from
if you
me.
guys have noticed. Oh, sorry, you go. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Like I work 2 jobs personally. I make like $16.35 at one, and after being with that company for like 4 years, I still didn't make enough to self-qualify for a new apartment. I would not have been able to get that new apartment had it not been for my second job. And Jesus. So many people are... It's just so hard to live.
Wait, you wouldn't qualify for that? In Texas?
Like in my apartment? So the apartment that I moved into recently...
What was the qualification?
Well, for most like apartments, they ask that, at least in Texas or around in Denton, from what I've seen, they usually ask for you to make... They're usually expected to make like 3 times a month what your rent is. So say if your rent is...
But the minimum wage is $7.25.
Well, for example, if your rent is $500, you would want to make $1,500 a month. But you're right though. You just said the minimum wage is $7.25. If we're working 40 hours for a minimum wage job, let's just do the math on that and see how much that is. Actually, $7.25 times 40 times 4. That's $11.60 per month. Like what the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Can't do shit with that.
I would rather wipe my ass with that fucking money because it's not shit.
Texas minimum wage hasn't gone up in like fucking 15 years.
No, ours is still the federal. It's still $7.25. Because in Arkansas, it's like what, 10, right?
That's the federal minimum limit.
$7.25.
That's the lowest any state can go.
Yeah.
In Texas, is that point?
Yeah.
The thing is that is our minimum wage, but a lot of places, at least from jobs that I've been looking, and
they do pay more.
From the job I got, they pay you more.
Yeah.
Louis got unlucky. Well, but first of all, who the fuck would want to work at Jack in the Box? First of all. Second of all, his job was so ass that he worked 46 plus hours, and I could make the amount of money he made in 3 days. I know he can. He knows this. His job sucked.
I didn't have a choice.
He got ripped off.
He would tell me that his job sucked. His job sucked.
That's the thing. But it's so hard to find a good job.
A job.
Now. So I get what Lou is, because Lou is what y'all saying, like 19, right? 18, 19?
Lou's 19.
A lot of places are not going to even be willing to hire somebody who doesn't have that much experience.
I fucking hate that fucking paradox.
Yeah.
They want to hire you with experience to get experience.
But how do you get experience?
To be hired.
Exactly. Yeah. It's such bullshit. I can't hire you because you have no experience, but you can't get experience because nobody wants to hire someone without experience. So what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Like, it's a miracle I have 2 jobs now worth of fucking
I have
experience.
1 job. Well, I technically have 2 jobs, but that job doesn't. It's not like a official job. It's like I go help some guy out. He pays me cash. It's not illegal. I just help him move things.
But it's not like it can get worse. Oh wait, it can. Just now we're gonna default in December.
Yeah, that might actually happen.
That's insane. I mean, they can't keep pushing it back. We can't pay it off. It's gonna happen.
You might what?
We're gonna default either December or they're gonna raise it again, and then we're gonna default next year.
What's a default?
We cancel all. Basically, they're gonna nuke our
I don't know what that
debt.
means.
And then I believe the estimated 6 million Americans will lose their jobs, and American stock will fucking plummet, and money will be worth shit.
Nothing. Well, it's so interesting to me. Have you noticed? In these past 3 weeks, I've noticed because my store has a gas station. Gas prices have been increasing ever slightly, and now we're at $3 a gallon.
I have noticed that.
I was like, what the fuck? We were at $2 last month. How have we gone up $1 in 1 month?
Inflation don't stop.
Yeah, so this is definitely a complex
that shit's insane. And what's it called? It's just crazy to me, bro. Cause I don't know. It's I don't remember the exact percentage, but I looked it up. And it is a very high % chance that you have to have a partner to survive. Like, to actually live in a place, you want to be with someone.
That is very true. Because if you look at what, the average rate is, if you look at even just rent, last time I checked, the average rent for, a 2-bedroom apartment in the U.S. is, $1,300 a month.
Gnarly, dude.
It's insane.
That's not easy to get. And so, you see so many people who have to live in At least in
Their
Denton.
parents' homes.
Most everybody I know lives in Denton, and if they live by themselves, they live in like a studio.
Like, man.
Because that's where I live. I live in a studio. Because I could not afford anything more.
Then what's it called? You have all these people complaining about how people live in their parents' homes and stuff, but they can't go anywhere else because they can't afford to live by their own.
Back in my day, houses cost $10,000. Why can't you get your own house? Like, what? Dude, I can't even afford a room.
Because houses don't cost
Yeah.
$10,000 no more. Houses cost $100,000, like everywhere.
And $100,000 is honestly on the low end.
Have you seen
this point,
California
that's cheap.
houses? Bro, you can get a house like the one that I have, but in California, that shit's like $1 million.
Our mom has a little.
Y'all want to know what causes that issue? Because there are so many people who buy up multitudes of property and then rent
And
it
then
out to
sell
people,
them.
and that drives the prices up. So,
Yeah.
like, there are so many more people who will buy like some rental property and rent it out to people. They jack the prices up because the demand is up, and it just makes it harder for everybody to live.
People to live.
Because the prices
Yeah,
are
you
just
gotta
going
have
up so
money,
much.
dude.
It's basically like another monopoly almost.
One of the things that sucks about humans is I just don't get it. Like, to me, I don't ever need to be a millionaire. I'm never going to use that amount of money in my lifetime. I'm going to die before I use that money.
I'm a simple person. I'm like $50,000 a year. I am good with that.
Exactly.
That's not bad at all.
I mean, I've told you, we glorify millionaires and billionaires. You know, there are cars out there that are worth more than what we will make in a fucking lifetime. And people like showing off, right? And if you're rich, dude, you could have one thing worth more than somebody's entire family. All right.
Well, the thing that sucks about rich people is that more than half of them were just born into it.
All right.
Well, and here's my thing. Like, I don't even have a problem with millionaires because I do think that it is possible to accumulate that much wealth over a lifetime. Like, I don't feel like I would need to, but like, hey, if you want to, that's fine.
Yeah, by the time
But
you're
once
70,
you start getting up to seeing these multi-billionaires, there's no way. I
Like
don't
Jeff
think there's
Bezos,
any
what
way
does
that you
he
can
need all that
accumulate
money
much
for?
money without fucking people over.
Oh, what are you talking about? He needs to go to space.
Oh, fuck that.
What does Elon Musk need all the money he's got
I'll
for?
give Elon Musk
I mean, that guy
credit.
spends money.
He's building stuff, right? And he also
Yeah,
helped make a carbon.
he actually uses his money, though. Unlike, what
I
does
don't
Jeff
think that makes
Bezos
him
do
much
for
better,
you?
though.
What does Jeff Bezos do for you, though?
People, and the thing about Jeff Bezos, and you know, I guess I can include Elon Musk as well. It's like they're worth, they're both worth over $200 billion, right? I was talking about this with Avery. And everybody's, and I'm fucking, Daniel would bring this shit up too. That's all in stocks and shit, right? We know for a fact he has a couple billion in spendable money. Just.
Oh yeah.
And if he had just $5 billion, dude, just five, he's worth more than like 200,000% than what you will make in your life.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters if it's tied up in the stocks. That's still
Still
you're
money he
worth.
can lean on.
That's
Why
money
the
he can
f-
use.
Like, why the fuck does one person need that? Like, there's only one word I can think of for that amount of money. That is like a disgusting amount of wealth. Because a lot of people don't even realize how much even just 1 billion really is.
Dude, you could live off 1 billion.
You would never
Like,
run
the
out.
rest of your life,
You
you
would
could live
never-
off of that.
You probably wouldn't even get the $500 million if you had $1 billion. Because you would have to be actively trying to waste your money to drain that.
I can put it to you like this. Let's say I had $1 million, right? And let's say somehow I can spend $100,000 per day. Somehow I can pull that much money out of my ass. It would be really hard. But let's say somehow I did. I would run out of money in 10 days. Whereas if you had $1 billion and spend $100,000 per day, that's like decades. That will take you decades to run out of that
To
money.
run out. Because you'd have to reach 100. Oh my god, that would be insane.
And so you think about the fact that Jeff Bezos is...
Oh no, wait, not even 100 million. You'd have to reach 999. Oh my, yeah. I don't think you'd ever run out, even if you
think you
did
would.
spend 100,000 every day.
Yeah, I don't think you could. If I'm doing that math right, I don't even know, bro. But then you look at that, that's just 1 billion. You got all these motherfuckers who are worth like 20, 30, 40, 50 billion or 200 billion. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff Bezos is on track to being
Trillions?
the world's first trillionaire.
But didn't Jeff Bezos finally leave Amazon? Doesn't he not make money from them?
He's still like their counselor or something. He's still in Amazon. He's not the CEO anymore.
He's not the CEO. Because guess what? Did y'all know that, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think his base CEO salary ever changed. Even though he was worth all that $200 billion, I think he still was only making the $83K, which is the base CEO pay. Which is why it's fucking horseshit whenever all these fucking rich motherfuckers are like, oh, income taxes should go up so we can pay more. They're just trying to say that so they can seem like they're humble or whatever. But
Did
like,
they even
if
pay
income
Yeah, but that
taxes
fucks over.
with income
that fucks
taxes,
over the
Jeff
lower
Bezos
people.
was only getting taxed on that $83,000 he made a year, because that's technically the only income that he has. It doesn't take into account the $200 billion he's worth. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think
they
the
know how to
answer is a
game the
wealth
system,
tax.
dude. That's how they get that much money.
That's why I think.
And the
that's
thing
why I
is
think
that
we get
how
wealth
does
tax
that
more than
work?
Income tax.
What?
Like, how do you get away with shit like that?
No one's looking.
It should be, in my own opinion, that should be illegal.
It is illegal. It's just, well, it's not illegal because they afford really good lawyers, right? And they get these people to help them.
Oh, that's the thing.
They get these people
Rich
to help
people
them find
can't ever get in trouble.
loopholes.
Rich people can never get in trouble because they can just pay it off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's insane. A rich person could go fucking fuck a child and go to court for it and get away with it. It happens all the time. And it's so fucked up. Because it's just, that's how it is. That's how our democracy and the courts work. You just pay off of people. You pay off of people enough money, they shut up.
The
They
court
don't do
system
anything about it.
itself is fucked up already. You know?
Like, I just think it's crazy that you could kill a bunch of people. You get all this time and you could just pay it out. It's like, what? You can just pay off to get off with murder? That's just something that should be allowed.
Are you talking about bail?
Yeah.
That isn't get you out. That's just so you're not in jail until your court trial.
But I know you can pay to get out of jail.
But even so, even if that is like just until your court date, that's still such a privilege to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because if I went to jail, let's say it was something I didn't even do, there's no way that I could afford that much bail. Maybe I could call all my family and beg and see if they can all put that much together. But that is
But I doubt it.
highly unlikely.
Well, I mean, there's something we can do about rich people.
Because I wonder.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that rule the economy, too.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if it's a broken system or if it's just a terrible system that's working how it's supposed to.
What?
Because it's a terrible system. I always talk about the justice system in particular. Because it's like, is it broken or is it just a terrible system?
I feel like it's easily abused. In theory,
Yeah.
what they were making was a good idea for a fair justice system.
I think it's crazy that once you are out of that courtroom and it is said that you are not guilty, but they find more evidence to prove that you are guilty,
you can't be
you
tried
cannot
again.
Can't do
get
shit.
You
retrial.
cannot be tried again for the same crime.
That shit is crazy. That shouldn't be allowed. Because you can manipulate a
No.
situation like that.
That's why people don't understand when like it takes so long for like a court case to actually happen, because nobody wants to have that shit happen. They always need to have enough evidence so they can secure something. Because if they mess up and the dude gets off and then they find more evidence, there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
What's that called? Double jeopardy? That's
Just-
what it's
Yeah.
called.
I think so. I don't even know why that exists though. I guess
I
it's
what
to
it is, I
stop
think
you
it's-
from like keep going after somebody over and over again.
Yeah, it was something like that. Like, or it's a really old law, you know, like just never updated.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same with our gun laws.
our gun laws need to be updated. Because that law was made before any sort of semi-auto or automatic gun was ever existed. That law was made with fucking muskets.
Dude, they would go insane if you brought them a minigun. Imagine going back in time and showing them your fucking M16 rifle.
Look at this.
They would say that's not allowed. They would literally just be like, nah.
They would probably say that's just too fucking dangerous. Because if I go up and I have a fucking goddamn like AK-47 and the other person has a musket, I am way overpowered.
Zach didn't believe me, but you can legally own an RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. That's fucking.
You can also own a grenade launcher.
You can own an RPG?
You can own an RPG.
Fuck?
And buy a rocket for it. You can do that in America.
See, why the fuck can you do that? Why the fuck can I just go to a store and buy something that's fucking powerful enough to destroy a goddamn tank? Like, there's no way.
Gun enthusiasts, dude.
Because if you're not allowed to, it'd be stripping away your rights.
Those shells.
Yeah, it needs to be a free country.
Those shells.
Because the way that they read, the way that the amendment of the right to bear arms is written, is it's such an unclear way of writing that you can't say that illegally, like lawfully, whatever the fuck. You can't legally say I can take away your guns or I can't.
I mean,
because of how it's written.
I mean, back then, the right to bear arms, you know, they were speaking of muskets and swords and bayonets and shit, right?
Yeah, but the thing is that people believe you just can't change the Constitution.
I don't understand why people don't
law.
want to just amend the law, right? Like, why do you need to own an automatic weapon? What need do you have for an automatic weapon? Honestly, the only reason that they want it is because they've always had it, right? Or they love collecting guns. Right, okay, I get it. You got a hobby, right? All right, and you know, for some reason you like to shoot them.
Get a fucking better hobby. I'm sorry.
Very dangerous hobby.
But just for the safety of everybody else, and I fucking hate when they bring up the argument of, yeah, they'll just get it illegally.
You know how much harder it is.
Then why do we make anything illegal?
By that logic,
yeah.
Well, let's just not try anything. Just because somebody's gonna get something illegally doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
Just legalize everything. They're still gonna, if they want fucking cocaine, they're gonna get cocaine. They do it already, but it's illegal. Because guess what happens? They get caught with it. They get arrested and go to jail.
And just with having the tag of illegal, it will throw a lot of people away from doing such a thing.
They act like people have this stuff so much because it's so much easier to get. A lot of people who get this stuff, they probably will not even go out of their way to get illegally. But because they can get it right now, why not?
Why not? And I think it's funny that people try to bring up the conversations of, oh, guns are fine and all this shit. But you have to put in perspective that America was the only country to have school shootings.
Yeah, you have to look at the statistics, and you have to see how many people die every year.
Dude, we had so many mass shootings in one. I think that was 2019. Like,
it was 2019.
First like 4 months, we had like 10 mass shootings.
If I'm not mistaken, there was one of those years where we just had like a
shitload. It's only in America. It's because our gun laws suck.
And you know, people are all like, "Oh, it hasn't been happening recently." It's because the schools have been shut down and shit. You're not gonna have fucking stream sniping, okay?
Do you know how insane it has to be that your kid has to go to school in a clear backpack because some fucking crazy child can fucking whip out an automatic gun?
Your schools with fucking metal detectors and bulletproof glass now.
I remember that when I went to school, we had to go through the metal detectors. We had to wear the mesh backpacks. Man.
I never even understood why we had to wear mesh backpacks until.
Well, America will do everything except what they actually need to do. They will find every single way to avoid doing what they actually need to do.
Like, if somebody's gonna walk up and shoot up a school, I don't think they give a shit if they're... By the time they get out of that car, they're taking out their gun before they go into the school campus, right? That metal detector's not gonna stop them. The mesh backpack isn't. A lot of school shooters go in and kill themselves afterwards.
Yeah, because they don't care what happens to them.
Yeah, okay. I think it is important to acknowledge that a lot of these people aren't in the right frame of mind.
No.
There's so many people like that in America.
What they did was fucking evil as shit, but some of them are really fucked up in the head.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to say that that's like an excuse or anything, because obviously it's not. But
that's more reason to have like better background checks and shit as well.
Do you know how easy it is for a kid to get a gun? All it has to do is their parents has to be a gun enthusiast.
Did you know that they removed the need to have a license to have concealed arms in Texas? They just removed that. Like I think like 2 months ago.
I know.
You can carry Zach. You can carry handguns and shit now in Texas without a license, concealed.
That's
freedom, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah, rock on, dude. What the fuck?
Like, what is the whole point of that is to help with fucking dangerous people from getting that shit. You just take that away,
and then you're getting, dude. That's terrifying. Like actually, like anybody could just have a gun. Anybody can
have a gun concealed, and not only that, but Texas also has the stand your ground law. So now a lot more people can have concealed guns and have the grounds to kill somebody because they feel threatened.
Wait, Texas has that law?
Yeah, Texas has stand your ground.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Wait, I thought that was only in Florida.
No, that's out of Florida now. That's in Arkansas now too.
Well, I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up just in case.
I'm looking up right now.
But I feel like that's the thing.
Yeah, Texas has your stand your ground law.
Texas law states that you have no duty to retreat when there is a regional belief that you are in danger. It extends to your home, vehicle, or job. So you can't be out in the middle of the street and say, I killed this guy because he was threatening me. It has to be in your home, vehicle, or job.
What are they saying? In your home or like on your property?
On your property. Yeah. Like home.
So like that could possibly include like if I'm walking down the street on the sidewalk and I'm too close to somebody's property, you know, even though you're on the sidewalk.
The worst part is vehicle, dude, because you can just park somewhere and get out.
You drive up to them.
Anywhere. You can get out anywhere. Be at a gas station, you're next to your car.
Take for example that guy who crashed into that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I remember that.
That guy didn't get away with that, though. He went to jail.
That's good.
Because there were so many eyewitnesses. This guy was just sitting in his car after he got crashed into, and he just walked out and fucking shot him. I think it was 2 or 3 shots. So he was definitely trying to kill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that shit. It's ridiculous, though.
Road rage has gotten so much worse in the years. Okay. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but I think we should wrap this up. It is 1:13 a.m.
Yeah, holy shit, though. Longest podcast episode.
Oh, yeah.
End this off again with the fucking stay safe, y'all. Eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables? Fuck vegetables. Eat your fruit.
Look both ways in crossing the street.
Get women or men. Vote for Kanye West 2024. I'm sorry. Vote for Ye 2020.
It's Ye 2020, bro.
He said he's gonna go in 2024, dude.
Yeah, but it's Ye. It's not
Ye.
Kanye
Go
West
vote for Ye 2024. Don't actually do that. Instead, vote for The Rock. And
Yo, The Rock is president?
They said I heard that The Rock was thinking of running for president.
The Rock would be a funny president. I'm not gonna lie. He would have no right being a president.
Imagine instead of wars, we solve things with a wrestling match.
Yo, we would win. We'd be the top country.
Bro, I'm saying,
kick all those old ass motherfuckers.
Dude, we need to fucking like install Call of Duty as a way to fucking or Battlefield a way to solve wars and shit, dude. All right, we don't have make fucking SAO, but for what's it called? Gun Go Line, alright? You don't have to kill people.
I mean, some people enjoy killing people.
That is true.
It's a free country, Laney. Yeah. Alrighty.
It's time to
get late.
Right. See y'all guys.
Well, thank y'all for having me on here. I'm glad I could be part of the longest podcast episode.
Indeed, same.
With y'all. It was nice.
It was great having y'all.
Yeah, it was a good time. And see all you folks later. Have a nice night, morning, evening, afternoon, and in between. Adios.
Bye bye.